Podcast. Read all about it. When it comes to podcasting, we are number one. All these sponsors ready, the big steps ready, the internet above the up. Welcome to the Friday, Hey Arima,
Hey Digo,
hey Brooklyn,
big up Canada,
hey Caroline,
down in Tobago,
Shady Life, UK London, Shady Life, everybody the Shady Life. Why?
Friday in the place,
Random singing.
Friday in the place,
Take your phone on. Shady Life, Kaden, Shady Life,
Debbie,
Patrina,
Shady Life, Jacksonville,
Shady Life, Todd, Shady Life,
Fabian, Joanna,
Shady Life, everybody just Shady Life. Friday,
and
line, start the show.
Babla people like you know.
The new stuffed crust cheddar flavor has a stuffed crust covered in cheese, now loaded with an irresistible cheddar flavor inside and out. Only at Little Caesars.
Pizza. Pizza.
Hey, you done? You think Aaliyah will play with me?
I don't know. She doesn't really play with anybody.
I know what I'm gonna do. Wait, where are you going? $40, $50, $60, $90. That's enough.
Hi, good day. Welcome to Little Caesars.
Can I get a large pepperoni pizza, please? Here you go, Aaliyah. The best for being the best.
Love is pizza. Affordable, delicious, always ready. Little Caesars. Real value, real taste.
Oh, you don't want pizza?
Bro, how do you know Little Caesars were our favorite?
Because Little Caesars is everybody's favorite, Aiden.
Pizza.
You know this man reach me. Whole day, he gone. Not even a text to say he reach, nothing. Nothing whole day. And I just here waiting. If he come home here with he hand swinging without anything for my birthday, that is it, you know. That is it. Hold on, eh? I think he coming. Hold on. Yeah? He hand swinging. I'll call him back.
Hi, babe.
I can't believe you. Whole day you going. And you come home here with your hand swinging.
But I literally spent the whole day learning how to play the sax. To play a song for you. Aww.
Stop!
No, that's nice and all. But I just thought you might have done something a little more thoughtful.
Well, I mean, the song was just a lead up because I know you love Nisa, so I actually brought 2 tickets.
Oh my god! My gosh, babe, Aurora tickets! Yes! You know I wanted to go. Thank you so much.
Aurora. Tickets available at all Little Caesars outlets, Kings Lounge, Mara Plaza Arima, and Movie Town, Port of Spain. Derobe Enterprises, Point Fortin. Aurora. Nisa in concert with live band.
I out here selling tickets like crazy. One woman rushed up to me and asked me for tickets. I said, I don't have none. She tried to take my bag to see if it had tickets in it.
Huh? Take who back? They better go inside the ticket outlets and get their own tickets before they're done. Aurora is just now.
Aurora. Tickets available at all Little Caesars outlets, Kings Lounge, Mara Plaza Arima, and Movie Town, Port of Spain. Derobe Enterprises, Point Fortin. Aurora. Nisa in concert with live band.
Jesus Christ, so come drink and rejoice again.
Bespoke Productions TT and Clinical Media Group presents Aurora.
Aurora is like a dream come true. I was sitting here wondering when I could connect like this with you guys again. Aurora is a new day for you, a new day for us, and a brand new day for
Me, don't give up on me.
Last time we was down in South and we had a ball. San Fernando Wale show up, but now Wale say we need to come in town. Well, we in town.
Borderline, don't cross the line. Borderline, don't cross the line.
I given all a little bit of everything. Some reggae, some soca, some soul. It's your girl Nisa. Make sure, get your tickets, come on down, meet me and some of my friends.
Aurora. Nisa in concert with live band. May 24th, 2025 at Central Bank Auditorium, Port of Spain. Doors open 5 p.m. Showtime 6 p.m. Tickets $250. Special guest artists Sapphire, Shanzi, GSG, Rhonda Joseph, Rolly R, Tinique Beckles, Darren Sandy, Blessed Messenger, Terry Lyons, and JD. Aurora's DJ JL. Tickets available at all Little Caesars outlets, Kings Lounge Barbershop, O'Mara Plaza Arima, and Movie Town, Port of Spain. Derobe Enterprises, Point Fortin.
You could push me, I could fail.
Aurora.
Bold Designs is a unisex accessory line. They specialize in custom designs for the people who like to stand out. As their slogan says, different is memorable. You can shop online at Bold Designs on Facebook or IG, or you can visit their physical store at 30 Cane Farm Road, Trin City. Physical and electronic gift certificates are available.
Share the live. Share the live. You're watching Fry Bacon Live, the #1 podcast in Trinidad.
Check. Boom! No singing for you, eh? None at all. None at all. I will do all of this singing tonight. But myself, here we now. Boom! Fry back, 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 and line. Here we now. Fry back, 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 and line. Down in the comment section, well.
Shady life.
Hear me now.
Shady life.
New York.
Shady life.
London.
Shady life.
Diego.
Shady life.
New York and share the life. Everybody just share the life away. Huh. Fry back in the place. Hear me now. Fry back in the business. Take your phone and share the life Arriba. food, take your food, take your food on. Harima, Brooklyn, Canada, London. Whoa, yeah, everybody just share the live. Everybody just share the live. YouTube, big up, pull yourself. Come on and just share the live. Facebook, just big up yourself. Come on now and share the live. Next week, Saturday, we go in Aurora. And everybody don't know we are mover. And we're going to be thick like mortar. Big up all the father, mother, and daughter. And if you didn't get your tickets, get it now. Boom! Everybody else say how you are go. Boom! After the show, say Nisa take a bow. Right about now, I say you know how we are going. Say private. Me now. Hand.
You like you don't want to done singing.
Nah.
You like to sing too much. You gotta sing pretty short, you know.
Drop you again.
Bang.
Nah.
All right.
Watchmen, everything, all energy, all blinkers on, blasters on. Thank you so much for coming through. It is, well, we're excited. Nisa is not, listen guys, so this evening, all right,
Jonah laughing at when you kill the mosquito. I didn't think that was a mosquito. We don't have mosquito in here.
It's all kind of stuff. Like anytime you see we open the door.
Sour fly, you say, no? They're not good look either. But it's some sort of thing.
That's sour fly. What do you call it? Sour fly. What do you call it?
I don't know.
It is. So, all right. So this evening we are going to try to finish 9:30 on the dot. Nisa is exhausted. She needs to rest her voice. We were contemplating if we should have the podcast tonight.
Of course we haven't it, man.
Because, you know.
But I camera back on me. I find this week.
She in rest mood.
This week I seen my age, boy. You want to turn to the side there and say.
Well, I mean, you're 47, you know, so.
I seen my age. Jerry, relax now. Nobody taking you on. I am 44. Right? Hi, Samantha, Sweet Dimples, Logan Thomas.
Easy, Sweet Dimples. Yeah, all right. So, right, we were contemplating, I said, nah, we have to have it. It's a week before the event, but we're not going to overpod tonight. We're not going to go to 10 because, you know, it's easy. We just go to 10 o'clock easy, right? Normally we go to 10, but tonight we're cutting off on time.
On time or before, we'll see how we go.
On time or before. You get away, you might not get. I want to do a random singing. Not random singing.
No, you're sitting in our.
Not random singing. No, not random singing. Oh gosh, classroom, but we go see.
We'll see.
We will see. All right. So before we start the show, let us see if the intermission fee is being honored. We have 9 shares.
5, because when I checked, it had 3. So thank you,
9
guys.
shares. Thank you so much. All right. I believe you can get it up to, if there are 48 people in here, by the time I refresh the page, I want to see 48 likes, please, because this means of Fry Bacon Live is absolutely free. The only thing you have to do is share the live or like. It's awesome too. Or better yet, if you do all 3, and the third one is comment, just come in and say, hey, good night, guys. If you're a first-time viewer, hey, good night, that kind of thing. It helps us tremendously with the algorithm. Now, we do have an event called Fry Bake and Lime, the event, the show, right? This is, if you've never been to one of our shows before, we take the podcast to a venue, and, you know, we have food and drinks and music and entertainment, and we have this podcast right here. We have it at the show. But that, my friends, is what you have to pay for. But until then, we may have one next year. Please, God.
In Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name. You never know. All right? Or at the bottom of the year. I don't know. However the
thing flow. I wanna big up the people that I'm wearing right now, right? So I want to say thank you to Etnac, Avenel Hector, Joseph, and her foundation. Normally they have, well, I donate outfits to that space as well. Mm-hmm. And when I go for whatever, a function or whatever, and they have their stuff, I would always go and see what I could also take. So I got this lovely sweater. It's really nice. Probably all the stuff I have on, you can't really see the beauty in it. Very, very nice sweater. I like the cut. It's sparkly. I know JD likes sparkles. This hat was made for me by my friend Jenna Daniel. If you want, you can check her page out. Genna Genna. Yeah, Jenna Daniel.
Right.
I forgot her. You could hit me up if you're interested, but this is who I'm wearing tonight. So Jenna for the hat. Itnak is there not a cause. They have nice pieces there. I promise you, if you go and check them out, you must find something that you like there.
Nice.
All right? Good.
Yes. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Nisa.
Thanks, Fisha.
Yeah, Felicia says the best live podcast you'd have had. Thank you. You know what I'm now reminded? I think we might do it at the bottom of the year because we're celebrating 5 years this year.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we could just make it extremely reasonable. We'll find a venue that would afford us to make it reasonable. And, see if we could get it down to, reasonable. And we would have a live podcast at the end of the year. I think we should do that. Because that's how we just flow. We're very... Actually, I'm going to say we're spontaneous, but we're not. Because I have a venue booked. So we will see how it goes.
Hi, Rasta Youth. What a guan. Give thanks for the giving
Easy, Rasta Youth. Big up yourselves. All right, so we inside the sponsors segment.
time.
All right, we want to say thank you so much, Little Caesars. Man, Little Caesars, they are a gem.
Y'all don't know. This is our premier sponsor for Fry Bake and Lime. They have the stuffed crust cheddar flavor. JD keeps saying he want to go back and get that.
I need to go and try
Or
it.
not go back, but every time we go, he's like, I need to try, but we ain't try it as yet.
We need to try this one.
For the cheddar lovers, $105. Hot and ready. So that's one of the hot and readies. You just go pay $105 for it. Walk out.
Yeah, so thank you to Little Caesars. And also Little Caesars are sponsoring tickets for tonight.
Yay.
We're doing one free ticket for Nisa concert tonight. All right. And then one in this hour.
One in the
next hour. And then you have to listen to Sky 99.5 FM Reloaded this week, where we're going to give away the rest of the tickets. Sponsored by
That's not what we say. No.
That's not it?
Just stick to one place.
Okay.
One place at a time.
Well, the tickets to give away are sponsored by Little Caesars, right? Oh, that's all.
That's fine.
So thank you, Little Caesars. Thank Little Caesars to send you on your way to this. This is what we're talking about right here. It is 7 days away.
How old are you? 7 days away. I don't...
7 days away. All right? I want to encourage you right now. Nisa concert is 7 days away. I want to...
Hey, Quesadilla on YouTube.
Yeah, where am I thinking? Right, bam, there we go.
Yeah, I like when we're in the flowers. It looks so nice.
Right, so if you didn't get your tickets yet, go and get your tickets. Right, you see, from tomorrow, please God, if all you get your tickets, this is the last week here. All right? Go and get your tickets. They're limited tickets only. Head to any Little Caesars outlet. And let me tell you where Little Caesars outlets are. They, oh gosh, hold on. They're everywhere, all right? Yeah, don't mind me. I'm being hidden. Just wait 1 sec there.
Yeah, trying to multitask ain't easy when we right big. Fisher, I want to thank you for saving my life in O'Gill. You would know what I'm talking about, yeah? Just thanks for that. It was a long time ago, but still, just thanks for that.
Right, so there we go. Okay, so Little Caesars, they have a Little Caesars on Arpita Avenue.
Aria. Trinis, let's get it together. It's Aria Peter Avenue. If that confuffles the tongue, the Ave. Let's keep it simple.
There's a Little Caesars on the Avenue. There's one in Arimon Tampuna Road. That's right behind Massey. All right. There's one in C3. So south, you're covered. Go in C3 and you get your tickets there. East Gates. Walk into the food court. There's a Little Caesars there. You're going to get your tickets there. Gulf City. We was there today.
Yes,
that's with the Burger King in front, in the back of Gulf City, depending on where you're coming from. They have a Little Caesars there. M6, that's Shoguanas. You're covered going to M6 Plaza. There's a Little Caesars there. And of course, Tagarigua, back in the east, there's a Little Caesars there as well. Tickets are also available at King's Lounge Barber Spa, O'Meara Road in Arima, and King's Lounge Barber Spa in Movie Town.
Port of Spain.
And Point Fortin, they say, well, how you could, Nisa from Point Fortin and you don't have tickets in Point Fortin. That is the Robe Enterprises. That's upstairs subway. You just walk up upstairs subway, and they have tickets there as well. Also, if you don't like to leave your house and you say, JD, I need to explain something to you. Yeah, so JD, you have tickets online? Yeah, they're on islandetickets.com.
But you have to have an account or something like that, I think.
What?
I think you need to have an account.
But
with
signing up for an account is very easy.
Yeah.
It's free.
I feel like people are intimidated by the process. So I think I know where JD going. JD is
go
not
ahead.
moving. I tried it. It's not It's moving, but it's not moving.
Okay. I
Right?
guess, yeah, not
So
moving.
it's the same like for me when I had to sign up for online banking. I was so intimidated by the process. I'm just thinking, oh God, this will take forever. Da 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 da. But you just have to make up your mind. If I'm doing this, I'm doing this. 5 minutes, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So go through where you was.
Yeah, and it's the same ATM card. Because persons think, well,
Your normal bank card. Just
yeah,
say
your normal bank
bank
card. Yeah, it's not a credit card. There's no stress or problems already, right? So just sign up quickly on islandetickets.com and you could purchase your tickets there as well. So
If I could do that, I would do it. Because this new age of online, it is amazing. If you don't want to leave your house, don't leave your house.
Yeah,
All right.
And last but not least, if you're in the area of Port of Spain between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., come to Guardian Media Limited on St. Vincent Street. That's the gridlock. That's where we work. We work in the afternoon drive. But if you come and tell the security, hey, JD in town, and yeah, all you have tickets, I'm going to come downstairs, me, not Nisa, because she'll have to stay on radio. And I'm
Somebody
going to
had
give
to
you the
stay.
tickets by the security. All right? So those are the tickets locations for Nisa in concert with live band. It's going to be awesome.
Let me pick up Jazreel. He said, you sure, Nisa? I think I bought a ticket on there without an account. Okay, well, probably I was just fast reading or something. So if I'm incorrect, well, check it out for yourself. Thanks,
Easy Justice. Thank you. This hour is also sponsored by Bold Designs. And while Nisa gets the mechanics, oh God, keep using big radio words.
I got it. Bold Designs, of course, you saw that ad in the beginning of the pod. Very beautiful music. I believe that's one of Terry Lyon's songs. Bold Designs is a unisex accessory line. They specialize in custom designs for the people who like to stand out, like me. As their slogan says, different is memorable. You can shop online at Bold Designs or Facebook or IG, or you can visit their physical store located at 30 Cane Farm Road, Twin City. Physical and electronic gift certificates are also available. So big up Bold Designs, big up Maria Bola. She's been doing her thing from clothing designs to shoes designs, and this is what we're advertising tonight, the earrings. So you could also just check her out and see everything else that she has to offer.
That's right.
Yes,
That's right. Thank you to Maria. Bold Designs. You give them your address?
Yes, it's in the 30
she has her
Farm
store. Yeah.
Road, Twin City.
She has a store there,
A physical. Yeah, but no.
Physical store. So we need to go and check out there with the cameras. All right. So, of course, this podcast, persons who, understand podcasting, they say, hey, we love all your show and we just want to donate. This is how you do that. You could do that if you're outside the U.S. or in the U.S. and you use PayPal. You could PayPal us at PayPal.me/JD's Vlog. That's PayPal. If you're in the United States of America and you say, somebody purchased tickets with Cash App this week.
Was it Cash App or PayPal?
Cash App.
It was Cash App. I want to big up as we on this thing here. You really have to just be bold. No pun intended with the Bold Designs. You have to really be bold in what you're doing. If you support people, you support them the way you could support the people who don't understand how support is done. You block your ears to that. So the persons who did the message, how do we do the Cash App? It was so easy. The contributions come quick. faster than if you send money to me online.
Yeah,
it's pretty easy.
Super fast.
So
Cash
thank
App.
you to the people in the US who do the Cash App.
Yeah, and ladies, you could go and check out Bold Design for, your selective pieces because she's a sponsor for Fry Bake and Lime. And check out what she has to go with your dress. So thank you for that, Afisha. Thank you for that, all right? Yeah, let me jump back into the Cash App.
Yes.
So the Cash App works on it superly.
Superly.
Yeah. So persons in Trinidad, I was not even thinking about it. I promise you. But persons in the street say, JD, we don't use Cash App in Trinidad. I don't know people. Why don't you pull up all your account? I said, all right, hey, why not? So here we go. This is our account for local Trinidad and Tobago. If you say, hey, We love you guys. Here, hold this. Republic Bank savings account, and there's the number. You can take a screenshot of that or come back and watch it later. Thank you so much for the support. Next hour, we have our different sponsors for that hour, all right?
How was your week, JD?
Woo!
Listen, I running on. No, it's not. I don't know. It's a kind of tired, but happy tired.
Tired, excited, tired.
Tired, excited, tired. I like you, I like that I get to do life with you.
Thank you so much.
I get to be tired with you. I get to be happy with you. I get to be everything with you. It's kind of a vibe.
Thank you. I'm not that mushy with the words, so I have my own language.
Yeah, your language is... Stand up for them to that your language there. You're sickening. Look me here. Right here.
Amongst other things. All right. Chidi.
Yeah.
Chidi working very hard. Thank you so much. Yeah. So I'm excited. I wake up, I give God praise, I thank God for life. I speak some affirmation into the atmosphere, I declare some things. I eat, I go to work, I thank God for I'm in a thanking God mood for little things. Like before I'll be like, oh God, I had to wake up and go to work. And now I'll be like, hey, watch me, thank God, I have a job to get up and go to work too. So I'm really, and that makes you feel better,
Yeah,
when you exercise your faith, it's like exercising your body for real. When you give thanks.
Touch me again,
Oh God.
I like when you touch me,
Yeah, so I'm in a hyper thankful mood, and I feel that start to make me feel better too.
Can I tell you something? That's also attractive.
What is that?
The positive side of you. This season where you are in terms of your spirituality is attractive. To me, it's not about me seeing that in other people and that's what she like. No, this is me telling you that is attractive.
Oh, thank you very much.
You know what I realized too, based on what you're saying? If you know your job real sickening and the people in your job sickening, but you recognize, hey, I have a job and it's important that I have a job. God provided these circumstances, hallelujah, may not be what I like. Get some AirPods. Especially if you could work with your AirPods and keep something inside of your head to take you out of the negativity from this space for the while until God could change your circumstances.
Yeah. Done the Marco for that.
Bang, bang.
So I'm excited. I'm also super excited for you. Again, not to be like a broken record, but I cannot not wake up and feel like, hey, it's 5 more days, it's 6 more days, it's 7 more days, you know what I mean?
Anybody, if you have a cold, please stay away. We ain't going through that. Thanks.
Yeah.
Hey, Siobhan.
And there is the...
Hi, Ronald. This is Ronald.
Then there's the anxiety of... this is just me being real. The nervousness of... I hope this... not, I know it will do well because the show is good, but with people...
It's always better.
It's, listen.
Here's how I feel about it, right?
Our culture, wait, all right, go. You want me to finish?
No, you finish.
All right. Our culture, I love people. I love all you. And our culture is not like American culture or Jamaican culture when it comes to events. Right? Now, I know people love us and they love you and they love your music, but it just has something when it comes to events. Our culture is not rush out and get tickets the week the event come out. You understand? Or a sold out one time kind of thing. We like, and this is what I've been told and have been experiencing, we like the last
minute.
Or and then when, it's just frustrating, boy, because remember last time people was calling me by the door and I'm like, dog, I can't.
Listen, we all learning. To me, the more we do these things, we learn. And I understand that my events may not be, and no disrespect to nobody else, but I understand.
Well, in terms of what do you mean? It's because you're a more mature crowd. That what you mean?
No, I'm just saying I understand the human dynamic of whatever. Depending on where somebody is in their life, they just don't want to be here, there, they want to be here. You have to respect people and where they are. And this show is going to be beautiful. It's more musical than the last one. Musical meaning it's a more intimate type of show. I really want people to get to understand who I am as an artist, not just what you hear on the radio, not just the fast songs or the soca songs. And I just feel like my tribe will come. And for me, when I walk into that auditorium, I will see my tribe. Whoever it is, how much ever it is, those are my people, and those are the people that I would continue to cater to while we try to build the demographic again. Thank you, Quesadilla. Somebody was asking where Hayden and Jacksonville, we're going to check on them to make sure they're okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to check on them. We got to check out a few people. All right?
Yeah, Siobhan said he's saying the sleep and tiredness in my eyes. I'm very tired.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very, very tired. No lie. But we're working.
Yeah. God's good, eh? Don't know. Right, so that's sponsor time.
Yes.
We have a semi-pack show. semi-pack show. Yeah, that's how we try to get out of here at 9:30 so Nisa could go and rest her voice and get some tea. And I need to jump straight back into some heavy editing. All right.
Let's start the show.
Yeah. Hey, we didn't even do the intro.
Let's do it now and continue.
Welcome inside another edition of JD's Vlog. What's up? My name is JD.
My name is Nisa.
And this is the Friday Can Line Show. Every single Saturday, 7:30 p.m. We are here. Next week, Saturday, please God, we're not here.
Outside, according to officials.
We're outside.
Officials say we're outside. She's
We're
still
outside.
trying to win a ticket, but we're outside anyhow.
Hey, watch man. Wait, let me just jump back real here quick. Cutest ad, and I using the word cute. Batman.
I like it.
Batman don't really use the word cute, but oh God. I out here selling tickets like crazy. One woman rushed up to me and asked me for tickets. I said, I don't have none. She tried to take my bag to see if it had tickets in it.
Huh? Take who bag? They better go inside the ticket outlets and get their own tickets before they're done. Aurora is just now.
Aurora. Tickets available at all Little Caesars outlets, Kings Lounge, Mara Plaza, Arima, and Movie Town, Port of Spain.
There we go. Yeah. That was.
See how the AI had a down to my earring on the baby?
Yo, listen.
This is my favorite pair of earrings, by the way.
Yo,
for now.
AI, and let me tell you something. That's a
It's so
free
cute.
AI version. You see the one that you had to purchase and subscribe to? AI is a problem, bro.
Vibes.
Dan, we go have a problem with that thing, you know. If it no getting started,
It's kind of dangerous.
I think it's a problem, you know.
Yeah. I hope people could just distinguish real from fake in the years to come.
I don't think they would be able to.
What if it have an AI video with you doing some things you're not supposed to be doing?
Well, listen.
All year.
I think they could do that. They
This
could
is-
take a picture of me, which we just did. We
this
take a
is
picture.
dangerous
Yes,
and
we
put
took a
you in
picture
a-
of us
in a murder
and
scene.
then told ChatGPT make a baby picture and then put it into another AI thing, and that was that.
Yeah.
What if you take a picture of you, you understand, and put it in the same program that I have there and say, put Nisa naked coming out her bathroom?
Or put Nisa in Wonderful World Shoplifting. First of all they have to know that I go be me. Because I just buy my two thing. I go pay for it.
Or next thing you know, worse they say, put JD coming out her ratans?
Not only that, put them coming out of double palm. Papa, yo. Look here. But I go know that is AI for sure. Because we come too far for you to drop. So if you drop so low, I ain't have no time for you. I just say, well, Lord, that is a day.
Next thing you see me coming out of the back trunk of somebody's car.
But we don't get them ideas, eh?
Yeah, right, cool.
We don't get them ideas.
Right, so yeah. So AI is taking over the world on a next kind of level. 5 minutes past.
Saucy, what you saying there? Saucy say, wow, just saw Aurora on channel 111. What is that, girl?
Is that Peter C. Lewis?
What is 111? You had to tell me. You had to give me some more
I think
information.
is that I think that's oh gosh, what's the name of it? Oh gosh, boy, Peter.
111? What is channel 111?
Oh gosh. We TV, I think.
When?
No, not when. Where went and do the interview the last time? Peter C. and everything.
I can't remember that now.
Oh gosh, that ain't good. Yeah, there we go. Me TV. Oh God, Olia. Thank you, my mind.
Okay, Me TV is advertising Aurora. How that happen?
Yeah. Well, me.
You sure?
Yeah.
You're doing things behind my back now?
But it's not behind your back. I mean, it's not everything you have to.
If Saucy didn't tell me,
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, the Run Slack.
just say Saucy now. Saucy!
Nah, it's not Synergy. Is the
Me TV.
Me TV. Shout out to Peter C. Lewis. Thank you. Peter changed your name.
The people who are asking for pay-per-view, it is so expensive to get it on pay-per-view. I highly doubt we're going to do that.
Well,
Hey, somebody say I heard an Aurora advertisement in Food Basket today.
really?
Where Food Basket is? Like, I don't go and get them some flowers.
That's where we were supposed to be today.
Oh, all right. Big up all yourself.
Yeah, we
No,
couldn't
boy,
make
they
that
were
one,
supposed
boy.
to be in.
There's no food basket?
No,
Like extra food?
That's extra
Oh, so
foods.
okay, food basket. Big up yourself.
they was probably playing music.
It's a music channel. Yeah, Me TV. Thank you, Sauce.
So say.
Yeah, something I'm going to say there, boy. Brain freezes, boy. All right. God, I'm going to say something there too, you know.
There you go. There you go.
All right, ready? Are you think?
I'm a thing.
All right, there we go. Wait, there we go. JD and Nisa are not professional counselors. We give our views and opinions on real life scenarios that people send to us.
We also encourage our audience to chime in and give their experiences. They are also not professional counselors, unless they are.
Now on to the topic.
Watch and enjoy.
Share the live. Share the live. You're watching Fry Bacon Live, the #1 podcast in Trinidad.
All right, guys. I almost thought we were supposed to go to music there. Again, think at a Distinguished Radio Fun podcast. Want to say good night to 63 people that I'm seeing in the live.
Let me check the shares.
Check
earlier.
the shares.
Yeah, we definitely going to have a Friday Bacon Live event. I'm feeling it. That we do it August. Huh? All right, 20.
Oh, good.
20 shares. Thank you so much. So, bang.
Bang. Bang.
All right. So on to the topic tonight. Somebody, JD, check up on Hayden and Jacksonville. Let's
let me
make
see.
sure that they're at least alive.
Go on, let me see.
I know you can multitask, so I want you to miss the topic and ask me to repeat myself. So let me just say good night to some people. We know Quesadilla is over there on YouTube. Good night to the audience on YouTube. Yes, tonight is also Alan's play.
Oh,
tonight and tomorrow. So
right.
some persons are
Not here, yeah.
there, right? Crucial. I love how you spell your name. Good night. How you doing?
I'm telling Hayden. Hayden, we live on the podcast. People asking for you. You okay? Because Hayden is always check up on me, you know.
Hayden always checks up. What about Jacksonville? Do it
Right,
3-4.
Jax, JCK.
Make sure they are right. You know what I like about life, boy?
Hold on. Jax, we live on the podcast. Persons asking for you. Are you all right? You and Hayden?
You ever notice that in life people just let themselves out?
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people just say, don't let the door hit you on your way out. I
Right.
realize that life has a way of allowing people to just exit your life without you having to fight up.
Easy, crucial.
Yeah. Remember, like, I don't want to give too much away, and where Ocean is probably at Alan's play, you never
Ocean
know.
is probably at Alan's
So
place.
just check up on Ocean one
Let
time.
me see too. Let me give Ocean a shout too.
Oceania. Such a beautiful name to go with a beautiful person. Oceania.
Oh, I nearly hit the wrong Ocean, yeah? Her cousin name is Ocean too?
No,
From Point 14.
no.
Oh, I put Ocean cousin. Yeah, Ocean, we live on Friday Bacon Line. Persons asking for you, know. You all right?
All right, what Linda saying there? Tell him Linda asking for him.
We hear that?
All right, let's get to the topic. It's 8:10.
Uh-huh.
All right, here we go. So JD just sent it. I didn't get to read it through, so bear with me. So hey, JD and Nisa, what should I do? I am newly married, 2 years, to someone who loves me, but I guess looking at it now, I don't think I loved him the same. I can say a lot about that. An old school crush of mine was passing through Trinidad after migrating for 10 years. He wanted to meet up for lunch. I thought nothing of it. We had a few drinks and he dropped
Where you drop she?
home. He dropped her home. But oh God, I don't know where this is going.
You drop her home?
On our way home, well, oh God, he dropped she home. You know you just drop people. On our way
Not
home.
me. I know our next man like to drop people.
All right, relax yourself. Let me keep it level. On our way home, however, I said I really, really needed to pee. The thing is,
She do that shot by?
No, but she really wanted to use the bathroom. That's not ladies don't use that as a shot.
Hold on a second. I want to switch on these cameras again.
Oh God, JD. Oh gosh.
Wait. I'm going crazy.
I will have to wait because JD cannot multitask, and I'll just wait.
Go ahead, I can't take it. All right, go ahead.
Switched? So why you switch there?
Yeah, I'm there, you there. Good.
Well, I can imagine living with somebody with OCD. It's very, it's weird.
I couldn't take it, boy. Oh, God.
Okay, all right, there you go. So on our way home, however, I said I really, really needed to pee. The thing is, where we had lunch was not too far from his hotel. So he suggested just use the hotel restroom.
He set that up.
I used the toilet downstairs. While coming out, he said, hey, since we're here, you want to hang out a bit? Or they just hang out, or they just had lunch. Anyway, we went upstairs to his room. I guess I had too much to drink and, well, sigh. And this sigh has about 8 H's. We had
8 H?
we had sex. I won't go through all the emotions of how I felt, etc. This is my predicament. He performed oral on me, and I cannot get it out of my mind. It was my first.
Yeah, but she said she married?
2 years.
Wait, hold up.
JD, people, hey, look, we got better.
I think we need to do that.
Oh,
Yay!
how we can get back the balloons? Hold on, let me see.
2. You do 2 years.
2 years.
Or balloons.
One more, two more. No, that is the confetti. Oh. All right, let me continue.
Yeah. Yo, so she married 2 years
Yes, JD.
and never had.
It doesn't matter. There are some everybody don't do everything. Why do you just assume everybody does everything? Come on. So she says my husband never did it, and I don't think he's interested in doing it because I've never had it. I never made any fuss. So my question is, how do I go to my husband and ask him for oral sex after all this time?
Lord of mercy. We are looking. Daddy, what I'm looking for.
Let me go to the comment section.
So she want to know how she going to she husband
First
to
of
ask
all,
for oral sex?
No disrespect to the person
can't
sending. It's
go-
never any disrespect. But hey, Bonnet. Good night, Bonnet.
Hey, V, good night.
Bonnet say husband now bow. That is problems. Lord, oh. Okay, so
You said no disrespect to the person sending what?
yeah, no disrespect to anybody sending in any of their situations, right? But she's asking, how does she go about asking her husband for that? And I am more concerned that you were unfaithful and you have not thought, at least in this message, she has not even said
No, well,
how is she going to bring up the unfaithfulness to her husband. That's
well,
where,
you see,
because in my mind, right?
she don't want to know that. All she know is that she get some, I don't know, tornado tongue or whatever that dude did to her. And the husband, remember, this is the husband's fault, you know.
The word fault is insanely immature because people, that's like somebody telling you, you know how Trinidadians do it. How you could not like pilau. If you just don't like pilau, you see it, you don't like it, you're not interested, you're just not interested. Again, everybody don't like everything. Everybody don't try everything. So whatever your reality is and you walking in that, it's not nobody's fault. That is your life.
Nah, not when you get married.
Nah. Relax yourself.
It had no do like it when you get
JD,
married.
That is Listen, I know we live and everything.
Yeah,
but
I'm not trying to trigger you. I just saying it is what it is.
You have to make mature
And that is the most mature
No.
advice I could.
No, you said it have nothing in marriage like do like. That is crazy because marriage is marriage, yes, but
Well,
people
if
still
you
have
don't
hold
like
on.
it, somebody go like it for you.
JD, if you are being mature, that is insanely block maturity. I don't have to like everything because it's a marriage. You could do something that does not fulfill me.
Watch me.
And nobody listen to what I'm saying. Let me be mature now because
I
the
am being
talking
mature.
madness.
Okay,
Good.
so you don't like to kiss. You don't like to kiss, but you're going to get married.
JD, of
You
course.
don't like to kiss. So here you going to tell your husband, well, I really don't like to kiss now. So
All right. So again, mature conversations is what I'm having. If you are with somebody who really doesn't like to kiss, and you know that, and you're okay with that, then again, tunnel vision. That is your life. Let that work. Vonette is saying, stick to the question. I understand.
she don't want to know. She want, watch me.
Okay,
Hear what she
moving
do.
on. I'm moving on from the she didn't tell her husband, but I'm saying not because you're married, everything that happens in the bedroom, you have to like it. You have, in order to have a healthy sex life, you have to communicate with your partner so they know how to fulfill. You can't just think, well, I want to slap you across your head, and because we're married, that has to work.
Yeah, but how you could be married for 2 years?
Because it's not
And this
their
man have not expressed his love to the fullest.
That is JD.
In the bedroom.
JD, relax. I'm really trying to keep my right. People express love differently.
Now the woman gets.
JD, listen.
And now she want to know the hell going on with she.
Okay, good. So the relationship. Let me not. I was in a relationship where the person I was with did not do that.
And guess where he is now?
That had nothing to do with where I am now. Where I am now had everything to do with his immaturity.
Hey, pause. You know, I now remember what the video that you showed me with the pastor, what he did.
What about it?
About the same topic now. When he said he drink her.
Yeah.
Right. So, like in my mind, I'm like, yo, I'll never do that. I was just saying.
Right. So where I am now has everything to do with the fact that that person wasn't ready for a marriage. It had nothing to do with oral sex. You understand what I'm saying? Please listen to what I am saying.
Linda say, well, that oral sex.
Some men don't like
mind.
to do it at all. Good.
And that's all she wants now. Hey, blow she mind, you know.
JD's vlog, that is not expressing love. Hey, Miss Trini Styles, probably he put off this scent. He's put off by the scent. It could be something deeper.
Well, watch me, Miss Trini Styles. If he was put off by the scent, some bloodhound dog man coming in who smelled death didn't care.
Again, you are being facetious and immature. Vonette is saying, you're correct, Nisa, not everyone likes everything. They should be communicating their likes and dislikes. There are men who says they will never do that. It exists.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, Vonette, don't get married if you don't like to do that. What time it is? You need to go to a break.
JD,
don't get married.
That is stupid. I just told you that situation
Do
I was
not get married if you're not willing to perform all aspects of intimacy in the bed. Stay by yourself.
I want to curse. I almost said the SHIT. Because that song like a whole Diddy mentality you have. All aspects, listen to what I'm saying. All aspects of sex is not respectful sex. So because I'm entering a marriage covenant doesn't mean that, well, I'm married, so I just had to be open to everything. That is not life.
Something. You want me to go and find the scripture for you where the Bible say in Psalms about oral sex?
You see, I don't know if you're playing for the camera or if you're being mature.
All the church women is like to see everything in the Bible. Let me find it for you.
I'm going to hush. Let me read.
Let me find it for you.
Watch me. Pull back,
I'm not,
because the things that you're saying does not reflect a smart man.
Excuse me? Because you don't agree with it.
You said don't get married if you don't want to perform all aspects of sex. That is respectfully, that is a big load of
because no, because listen, you're coming and you're bringing your halfway self into somebody who wants to be experience a whole, and then you'll end up in problems.
She didn't even know what she liked. You're talking about miseducation.
And that is his downfall.
Miseducation on both sides.
He robbed her an opportunity of fullness in the bedroom. Now our next man passed. Good. And say, I know, check, she confused. Now she want to know how to go to she husband to say,
so mature married
you might
people
want to perform this on me?
So mature married people should just be willing to do anything because somebody else might be willing to do it. That is baby. Anybody could be willing to do anything and people are willing to do things just to get to you and then they can't fulfill it. Again, you cannot be competing with the expectations of people. If you are in a mature relationship, what you have to do, one of the things you have to do is learn to grow together as well. You could try something. If you don't like it, you have a right to say, I don't like this. When you communicate, I like this or I don't like this, again, two people growing together are supposed to have these uncomfortable conversations.
We wait. Let's do the quarter past read now. We are going to the comment section. All right. So quarter past. This hour is sponsored by Little Caesars. Right now they have the stuffed crust cheddar flavored cheese. It's hot and ready. That means you just walk inside. You pay for your pizza. It's right there in the shelves. The heated warm shells. They give it. Bam. You're out of the. Watch me. 3 minutes. Hot and ready. That's how fast. And when I tell you it's hot, it's not no warm and ready. Yeah? It's hot and ready with Little Caesars. This hour is sponsored by Little Caesars, and of course, right here. Aurora, let me switch over to McGill. It's happening this Saturday, my friends. This Saturday. And the countdown is on for Aurora. We're pretty up here, eh?
Yay.
Go get your tickets right now. Tickets are available at all Little Caesars outlets. And if you don't know where the Little Caesars are, I'll go and let you know right now. You're covered. Every single place. Hold on. SUE. Hold on there, Olia. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Nice, here we go. So, Arapita Avenue, that's Port of Spain. You could get a Little Caesars there. Arima, Tompuna Road in the back of Massey, on the same, right next door to Massey, C3. So you see Tong and East, you're covered. C3 South, you're covered. East Gate, you're covered. Little Caesars in there. Gulf City, bam. We was there today. Little Caesars, head to the Gulf City. Shaguanas, where you telling yourself? M6 Plaza. It's in there. Walk into the M6 Plaza. It's right on the right-hand side. Tagarigua, you could get your tickets there as well. Nisa in concert this Saturday, or you can head across to Island e-tickets. Island e-tickets online, and you could use your regular bank card and purchase your ticket as well. This hour is also sponsored by Bold Designs. Shout out to Bold Designs, ladies. Watch me. That's you there.
Let me just read it, all right? Because, Bold
That's you
Designs.
there.
You listening? I could just read it.
Yeah.
Right, so Bold Designs is a unisex accessory line. They specialize in custom designs for people who like to stand out. Their slogan is, "The front is memorable." You can shop online at Bold Designs on Facebook or IG, or you can visit their physical store, 30 Cane Farm Road, Trin City. Physical and electronic gift certificates are also available.
Thank you so much. If you want to give to this podcast because it's AJD, we love you guys. There's a Republic Bank information there. You can take a screenshot of that. This is our Cash App. You can take a screenshot of shot of that. And the PayPal, you can take a screenshot of that as well, right? Yeah, Nisa.
Yeah, no, JD, I'm kind of put off by you.
Well, I mean, I'm
saying,
not.
That is like saying because you're a human being, whatever is in the world to eat, you have to like everything. That doesn't work for a normal circumstance. Therefore, it cannot work for the marriage circumstance. There is no rule that says you are supposed to like everything. If, however, it's just like food when it comes to cooking food. Because you're married, not everything you cook your husband may like. He has to communicate that to you. And the communication of that is either you say, well, I like it. So you like it, so it's you alone to eat.
Let's get into some comments.
Yeah, let's get in.
Comments, all right. Hey, Joanne, you're good?
Somebody gave a good comment there, and gosh, I lost it. It spoke about that. That's it, Joanne.
Joanne said it's not anybody's fault. She started by saying she don't think she don't think she was in love with him from the beginning. I don't think she really loved him because all she's concerned about is the oral sex.
I don't see it as that, I'm not saying, I don't think that all she's concerned. Okay, so Vaughn had asked me to stick to one part of it, but I still have to, I'll try not to go back to that part. But it's a clear indication of you get a taste of something that you didn't know exists. That's all it is. You didn't know what it is. However you experienced it, and now you're staying in your marriage.
So you think,
and you want your partner to now do what the person did, and it's weird.
So check this out. You think she shouldn't go and ask him for it, or how she going to match up to?
I actually didn't say that. I actually think it will be weird. When you
watch, because the man go want to know, well, what you want this for? No, you never waited 2 years.
Saying. You ever watch a movie, and the woman might know, like the man is extra, like something is just different. And you just know his mind is not here. His mind is not here. And now you start to wonder, where's his mind? Is it that is somebody he watching on the internet? Is he reliving? Is he reliving an experience? But it's not me. It's he using my body, but he not really having sex in his mind with me. You know? So I think based on what you just asked, if she just out of the blue,
I know what to do.
Comes with that question, the husband will have questions.
Family, stick around for closing thoughts at the end. And if you're watching, I will tell you what to get out of this, right?
Yeah.
Crucial, bad name.
Yeah.
I think her focus is on the wrong thing. She was unfaithful to her husband, and that is the least of her worries. Her focus is on the sexual experience, showing clearly that the love and the respect for her marriage is not a priority. Imagine if a man had done that. Women will be mashing up the cart. Will be mashing up the cart about men being dogs and whatnot. Men cheat based on physical, and women cheat due to emotional love.
Well, of course, that is, we don't want to put Joe on slack unless you'll try to get it. We have Siobhan too.
We getting everything.
Yeah. I think, you know, the age we in, I saw something on socials recently with somebody saying, why is it that people think that women do this whole lust thing? Why do we think that women don't see and lust the same way men lust? Men may be a little more aggressive, but women are not women are not exempt from having that same mindset and behavioral pattern when it comes to lust of the eyes or whatever the case is, right? I know a few women who are very vocal, right? About they see that, they like that, they want that. But I do understand your point, Crucial. I know what we're talking about, but I do understand it as a valid point. JD, what you get for again?
I'm going for the thing because we had to do a ticket giveaway in this hour.
Yeah.
Remember, we're giving our ticket away in this hour and the next hour. Where we reach?
Siobhan says maybe she saw an avenue for something she wanted to try and felt safe to proceed to do so because she had a crush on that guy. And well, alcohol was involved. So yeah, now she is wrong because she cheated on her guy, although we don't know anything about her husband. To me, you don't need to know anything about somebody's spouse. Cheating is wrong. And that is something I had to learn also the hard way. You understand? It doesn't matter what your spouse is doing. Cheating is wrong. Yeah, you could justify everything. I could justify why I slapped down somebody. But it doesn't mean that it was the right thing to do. Right? So I do agree. But that, and first of all, people flying in, I get it. You want to have lunch or connect. You need to tell your person that in the first place, I think. It's not that you're reporting back, but remember, mature relationships demand a particular type of transparency. Just transparency. You're not asking for permissions per se, but you go and you just do that, now look where you end up.
Well,
you know? So, first of all, nobody from anyway, I just different. Me ain't going, I don't need, you so want to talk to me because you passing through Trinidad after 10 years, like we do a Zoom, because me ain't getting ready to go and meet you. And what we talking about? What we talking about? Send a message, like we back and forth for 10 minutes and not meeting
so
you.
So you cannot be responsible to just have
I never, wherever you going, I never said that. I'm saying, based on my personality, it's most likely not going to happen.
Because why you catch us yourself for?
Because I just said based on my personality, I don't people. You know, much reunion, they try to reunion with me.
And you going on?
I ain't going. What are going for? What we
You're
going to
a
talk
wicked
about?
boy, babe. You want to go and see people from school?
We done pass that already.
Way boy.
Send an email, send some pictures. Like, okay, nice, but oh God, come out of my space.
Quesadilla? That's
nice
right.
name, eh? Quesadilla.
Yeah,
yes.
that bad. Where's that quesadilla again? That's the thing, is it?
Is a thing.
I'm going to say, I don't know what I look like, boy. It's a quesadilla.
It's like a cornmeal thing.
No. Oh, what is a quesadilla?
Yes, boy, it's like a taco.
Yeah, look at it, like a taco.
But it's soft.
Yeah, but they don't make that good here.
Yeah, Mariel talking.
Oh, it's like a
we had that with
man, in the hotel.
No, the last place we had it was with the Randalina.
Yes, with Rendalina and them. That is right. That
So
is right.
Quesadilla says somebody else will always have something to offer you that you don't currently have, and you have to have self-control and focus on what is yours. Correct. I just never understand. Like I've seen a pattern in life with certain fellas, right? You marry somebody that looks like this.
Jackson never and them they not like at 80s party, yes?
Jackson, look at that. Hey, Jackson, that
Jack-
suit's real bad.
Yeah, this real crazy. What is this? A Fresh Prince?
I want one.
I wish I could have put it up there.
Jacksonville outside or
Easy Jackson outside of that time. That suit's bad, dog.
I like it.
And if I could download it, I'd show them real quick.
You probably
Next thing you
could.
know, you don't want me to show the people.
Listen
and
to
them.
what I'm saying, please. Why would you marry this when you're attracted to this? I don't get it. And a lot of people just do that. You marry this because this might be the more secure option. But everything you do in the dark is because you're attracted to this. Why are we doing that? You hear what I'm saying? I find you're not establishing my good point here.
I can't hear good because you
How
see.
you watch it, the dynamics. You see, you marry this. This nice, you know. It's a nice lip gloss, it's pink, it's thing, it's slidey, it's every nice, you know. It kind of a little thick. But you want this. Really, you're attracted to this. Why are we doing that?
That's not how life is going, Nisa. You really don't
I
understand
am
this thing I'm saying.
saying I saw a pattern. I've seen a pattern with men.
We gotta close this
You
out.
marry this, and every other flaw that you've had, every time you step out and you cheat and stuff, is with this. Why are they doing that? Stop that. Choose what you want and make this work. Because you're setting up this person here. You understand?
I will tackle that when I come back. Not saying that I have a pushback for it. You know.
Just go by what
But
you
the way
want.
said,
in the
why you
first
marry
place.
this?
Yeah.
And you know you want this. That is not how life goes.
But then you are
People
risking...
end up in situation not because of always because you like this. It's because you're not being treated well.
I
you know, you
agree.
probably make a mistake or somebody
I
leaving you
understand.
alone.
I understand.
Or your husband again, you know, oral sex.
I understand. What
make
I'm
a mistake
saying
and the
is...
next man hit your tongue lashing you know what to do with yourself.
Whatever.
All sort of
At 44, I can't with the immature
I'm not,
things.
yeah, because, watch me. Let me go to the break now. It's down at the bottom.
No pun intended.
Watch me. We'll be back right after this. I out here selling tickets like crazy. One woman rushed up to me and asked me for tickets. I said, I don't have none. She tried to take my bag to see if it had tickets in it.
Huh? Take who back? They better go inside the ticket outlets and get their own tickets before they're done. Aurora is just now.
Aurora. Tickets available at all Little Caesars outlets, Kings Lounge, Mara Plaza Arena, and Movie Town, Port of Spain. D-Robe Enterprises, Point Fortin. Aurora. Nisa in concert with live band.
Jesus Christ, so come drink and rejoice.
The new stuffed crust cheddar flavor has a stuffed crust covered in cheese, now loaded with an irresistible cheddar flavor inside and out. Only at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza.
Bold Designs is a unisex accessory line. They specialize in custom designs for the people who like to stand out. As their slogan says, different is memorable. You can shop online at Bold Designs on Facebook or IG, or you can visit their physical store at 30 Cane Farm Road, Twin City. Physical and electronic gift certificates are available.
Pizza, pizza.
Pizza. Thank you so much, guys. Watch me. Ticket time. If you want to win a ticket for Aurora, this is what you do.
Call now. Fry Bacon Line.
Hello.
ticket number 1, 724-4249. That's the number. 724-4249. Let me see. It's supposed to have a thing for that here. All right, here we go. 724-4249. If you want to win, call in and then we're going to let you know what you're going to do. Okay?
Call now. Fry Bacon Live.
While we wait for that to happen, Saucy, she has a very I want to get to her comment.
Saucy, where she at?
It started with, I knew a guy growing up. We have a call.
Not kidding. Not playing. No push up. Have a good night.
I'm not playing, Junior. I told you.
He's not playing. He messaged today. He said, I want one of that ticket. I said, boy, you had a call.
And I'm not.
All right. Well, step 1. Give me the accessories.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
I'm kidding. It don't have no accessories. All right. But you have to answer. There's no accessories. I'm playing with you. But you have to answer this very simple question, right? And you have 15 seconds to answer it. Hold on, let me get you.
15 seconds, bro.
Not too long?
20.
Okay, let me get my clock. You have 20 seconds. Hold on there. All right, nice.
Don't embarrass me, brother. Very good.
You ready for it? You hear me clearly?
I hear you clearly.
All right, I hear you kind of breaking up there. You on our Bluetooth?
Yeah, you know, just go sometime.
Okay, cool. All right, ready for a question?
Ready.
Give me the name of 3 Nisa songs. Time is ticking.
3 Nisa songs.
The name of 3 Nisa songs.
Come right, everything slipped me now. That's.
Oh my God.
3 songs.
That's the time. That's your time.
But you talk through your whole
That is your time right there. Thanks, buddy.
Oh, cool.
That is it. That is it. He gone. Cutting off people, you know.
He spent most of his time saying 3 Nisa songs.
That really easy there, you know.
Come on, open the line again. Let me go.
All right, we open the line one more time. You can't call back, eh?
Why you can't call back?
You can call back?
Of course you could call back. Anybody could call.
624-4249.
724.
Where I get that from, boy?
Me, no?
724. All right, Nisa, say.
Of course you can call back.
No,
Come on, man.
All right, cool.
You hear me say don't embarrass me? Brother, don't embarrass me. And you embarrass me, you know?
We want all you know. God, look, they're giving them songs in the comment section, you know.
They're giving you songs. You could call back if you want.
Can we text?
No.
It's phone call only. Phone calls only.
Hey,
all right?
Hayden.
Hayden's in the building.
Hayden reach.
Right, so that is this hour. We're going to close it off.
Change the question. Nah, that's the question. Well, because people put
call back, you know.
Yeah, anybody could call.
Okay, call back.
It's a call thing.
Nisa begging for you.
I begging for anybody.
You have your 3 songs?
I have 3.
Give me the 3.
There we go.
Over it.
Over it.
Happy in a real life.
Happy in a real life.
Who?
And what? I hear you.
Me.
Oh, me.
And me. All right, okay. You're inside Aurora, buddy.
You're inside. Congratulations. We are going to message you back, of course.
Right? We
we'll
have the
take it
number.
from
We're going to WhatsApp you and give you the info.
I thank much.
Yeah, congrats.
He get brain freeze. You get brain freeze, yes?
One time. All right, so
But why that has happened, boy?
that's the 8 o'clock hour. And in the 9 o'clock hour.
We'll give another one.
Well, wait, no, we done in the second hour? 7:30?
Yeah, because it was 7:30 to 8:30.
Oh, so we...
I just let you let it go. It's fine.
Right, so we still have one more
We
to give
still
before
have
we
one
leave,
more,
all right?
alright?
So if you want to win a ticket, you know what to do.
Let me get Doran Slacks. Pull it up on the screen for me now if you could find it. Because this phone kind of...
Hold up, where's Doran Slack?
It starts with, I knew a guy.
After Crucial?
Yeah, that Crucial. Okay,
Down there? Okay, cool. We bring it up.
Right. So, Doran Slack, Saucy Philip. says, I knew a guy growing up in my community. When he was in the outside world, I feel if a dog did pass with a dress on, he would perform oral with it.
Way boy.
He became SD, married, and act as though he never knew about oral because he never did it to his wife. In talking to other girls, she was like, Gail, I never do or get that. I said, what? And your husband was a old batalax? Is that an old time word? Batalax.
Yeah.
That word bad.
Old time.
He was an old batalax and he married when he's supposed to be comfortable doing it to you. He playing thing.
Yeah.
There's another aspect. Religion. People have religious fears about doing certain things. Like I know that there are some churches that literally demonize that act. So if as you say, if he became saved and he changed everything, so like in his mind, he probably thinking this is, this is a sin or the two out there or whatever. So he never gave that to his wife. What do you think about that? Miseducation and no communication. That's what those things are.
You see.
You're supposed ideally. But how much ideal situations it is have where you really find two virgins going into a situation and learning themselves? You don't really have that. So you have people coming in with baggage. You have people coming in with their likes and dislikes, and that makes it tough.
So who is responsible for
sex education?
Yeah. Who responsible? Because it have none in church.
Well, Mr. Alan Charles last week said...
They're telling you have to...
Batalax.
You have to be pure before you go and get married, so people not getting an experience, right? And then when you get married now, you're literally buying, it's like you're buying cat and bag.
Yeah.
You can't have conversations because you can't even have proper conversations about it before.
Yeah, because even us having these conversations on here, it makes a lot of people uncomfortable. It's almost like, oh, you can't be a Christian and talk about this. Is what happens in relationships, whether you're part of a religious sect or not. And because a lot of people wait for the church to give them the green light on how they should live their lives, a lot of relationships are ending up on the brink. Because a big part of marital bliss is making sure that your sex life is at least genuine, at least making sense. You understand? Linda, okay, that's old.
Let's scroll.
Miss Trini Style says, suggest doing an intimacy class. Communicate with him about what you would like to experiment with. What you would like to experiment with during sex and get a sex therapist. My opinion on that is all well and good. But men are so full of egos these days.
I don't know, buddy. I don't
all
need to
the
go
time.
to a damn sex therapist.
You see, that's absolutely horrible. If you, JD, a marriage is not a game. If you're in for a game show and you want to win a trip for two to Hawaii, do that. Go on a game show platform. Life is about learning and growing. If you don't want to grow and you don't want to learn your partner and save a part of your relationship, maturely, of course. I ain't talking about fulfilling 17 and 20-year-old fantasies. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, this is my marriage. I love my partner. I want to have a successful sex life. How do we address the conversations that are uncomfortable?
Get ready to do a recap. Thank you, producer Ocean. While Nisa is getting ready to do a recap for this hour.
Hey, Sadie.
For persons who are now coming in. This Saturday is Aurora Nisa in concert. It is happening. Bespoke Productions and Clinical Media presents Aurora. And it's happening at Central Bank Auditorium, 6 p.m. That's Nisa in concert. Full band. Right? Tickets are only $250. And tickets are available at all Little Caesars outlets, King's Lounge Barber Spa, O'Meara Road on Plaza, and Movie Town, King's Lounge Barber Spa, and Point 14, the Robe and the Prizes, upstairs, Subway. And of course, you could get tickets from Monday, please God, and only for about 3 days, Monday to Wednesday, right? If you come to Guardian Media Limited, I'm going to come downstairs and give you your tickets in your hand.
So that's between 4 and 8.
Yeah, but tickets are, that's between 4 and 8. Tickets are limited. NISA concert. NISA in concert. Yeah.
I'm trying to get back the balloons to come.
If you're not joining us. So the topic, let's recap the topic.
So let's recap the topic for those of you who may have missed it. I'll try to recap. So, hey, Jada and Nisa, what should I do? Newly married 2 years. She says to someone who loves me, but I guess looking at it now, I don't think I loved him the same. All right? She says an old school crush of hers was passing through Trinidad after migrating for 10 years. He wanted to meet up for lunch. She met him for lunch. They had a couple drinks, and he was supposed to drop her home. On her way home, she needed to use the bathroom. You just left somewhere, but I don't know.
Well, she wanted to pee.
Right, she wanted to go to the bathroom.
I don't know about that.
They stopped at his hotel. He said, since you're here already, we could hang out a little bit more. She decided to hang out a little bit more. They went upstairs. She's saying she guess she had too much to drink. Of course, they were intimate. Her predicament, well, I like the part where she says, I won't go through all the emotions of how I felt. She left that blank, and then she says her predicament is he performed oral. She cannot get it out of her mind. It was her first experience. Her husband never did it, and she doesn't think. That's her imperative. She doesn't think he's interested in doing it.
He's not interested. If you're married for 2 years and the man you never had oral sex and he's not interested.
This is just me reading. Because I've never had any, and she never made a fuss. Her question to us is...
This is the question here.
Do I go to my husband and ask for oral sex after all this time?
So yes, she wants to know, right? She wants to know, how do I now go to my husband?
Or if
I should go to my husband to ask for oral sex after all this time, because she never got it. She got it the first. She never got it from him.
Well, Ocean is asking, how could she say she thinks so? So I'm guessing she is looking at her actions. The table is not moving. It is moving, but it's not moving out of place. All right? Relax.
That's true, because it's the right.
Yeah.
But so what feeling like it moving, boy?
The table is moving. It's moving.
It's not going so?
No, it's not.
Well, it might be my head. Yo, Ocean, man.
Yeah, so what I was saying, what you were saying, I interrupted you just now.
Yeah,
Oh, Ocean, how could she say she doesn't think so if they never had the conversation? This is what I was trying to tell JD. The ideal situation, guys, in a marriage, ideal is that two people grow together and figure out this thing. But that's not the world that we live in. A lot of people have history. People come with their history. Right?
Ocean.
And they come with their likes, and they come with their experimental things, and
Let me break this down for everybody who asking. So she's studying to ask for oral sex, but not studying about the fact that she cheated. This is what I think happened without her going into detail, right? She probably already repented, felt bad, all of that, and now she's in a place where she's not going to go to her husband to say, hey, this is what I do.
First of all.
But she's just saying, that is water under the bridge. I don't repent, that is the past.
I could understand what you're
saying. I'm moving forward, but now moving forward, I just want to know if I could, how again, and get this oral sex from my husband.
But she still puts herself at risk, right? By just bringing that from nowhere, because the husband is going to have questions. So
this is why she asking
so you're omitting the truth.
I tell you, stick around for my closing thoughts. I'm going to tell you what she had to do.
Right.
You understand? But, I feel for her, because...
I like what you said. And this is another thing. It's not that I am not endorsing. I think everybody has their road to live, right? Like for me, I don't know how I could be in a situation, be unfaithful, and just never say nothing and say, well, I talk to God, and I just hoping that the universe never bring this out now, because I in control of me. I'm not in control of the next person. Next thing I live in my life, and then the person who I do it with all of a sudden decide to get jealous After 2 years, see me living my best life on Instagram and then decide, I go and send that man a message. So you banking your peace
That is not
linked
happen.
to somebody. No, I'm just saying this is me. You understand? The risk of just not saying nothing and leaving your life in the hands of the person you did it with. All you don't know people are. Babe, I see you fixing your thing there. You see, you just do it every time you get up. So you so don't know you just do it. I'm talking to you there, you know. Yeah, but leader for the gangster now. Nobody don't want to see you fixing yourself. Or if you do that when the camera's off.
No one saw.
I did.
You want piece?
No, I don't like Reese's. Yeah, so you understand what I'm saying? I can't do it. I cannot leave that out and just say, well, okay, I had sex with Frankie. It was just one time. He's never going to come back to Trinidad. You know, I already spoke to him and I told him, listen, this is not to happen again. It was a mistake. Let me I really need to move on with my husband. And you banking on Frankie just holding you up until you can't do that in this life. Frankie cannot see you now living your best life. All of a sudden you see Frankie commenting on your picture and thing. To cause havoc because he see you living your best life. You cannot leave your life in people's hands like that. So my thing is,
I find it is real know how that thing is them honing games is good on work.
What do you mean?
You break that down like a
Because it happened to me. It happened to me. So what are you saying there?
I'm gonna go back to Durham. Oh God. Where Durham's like no, this
Crucial says, I really feel for that lady too. Imagine waiting, keeping yourself pure, then you marry a sack of potatoes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel it, you know?
No, you don't know what you're missing if you don't know it exists. All you understand what I mean? That's where balance comes in. Churches are not always equipped to deal with everything. Some things require professional intervention. Sadly, we don't tell our young people these things, and the truth is, in a marriage, love alone is not enough.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I like that. First of all, I never look for the church to all I ever really looked for in the church was for realness. You understand? Let we have some real conversations. But instead, there's a lot of pussyfooting around. A lot of the issues, young people have questions, older people have questions, and they're just afraid to have the conversations because it's making you feel a kind of way to talk about it. I understand. But when it comes to your marriage, that is supposed to be the ultimate relationship, and you're just afraid to talk about things?
Okay, so there says, yeah, I feel like it would haunt me until I said something. I don't know if she said anything to her husband, but I feel like
she would need to. What about trust? That's why I'm saying, you just think, a lot of people think they could just go to the grave with these kind of things, and I've tried it, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. I feel like you could be living a kind of fake happy. A kind of fake happy. Every morning you wake up, you're watching this man a little different. All of a sudden you love him more. You're watching him with more love because you really in your head and you're saying, I really do this man this way, and he don't really know. Or woman. Joanne. She says, now I'm listening to the topic again. She maybe could have given off the impression to the husband that she doesn't want oral. She's saying she don't think he would want to do it.
No, Joanne, she said, I think he doesn't want to do it and he's not interested in it.
But she also said she never had it.
Yeah, because the man never wanted to give it, the man never gave it to her.
Yeah, but she had a life before. So this is clear speculation here. She never had it.
Well, clearly.
She did. Okay, so that has nothing to do with this man only. It has a lot to do with your sexualization as well.
If she had a one-night stand and the one-night stand gave her oral sex and you married for 2 years and she said this is the first time, that is sounding like she was a virgin before.
That's why I said she never had it before.
Well, virgin,
so
but still,
you never
she just
had it.
before.
You never had it before. Again, unless you are interested in it and you keeping all of this to yourself, that's your fault, one.
She probably was never interested in it.
But that is what I said to you all, but you didn't listening. I said, you
Well, it's
cannot
not about
crave,
interest. It's like,
you can't crave something you did never think about. That's why I say, like, it's Trinidad. You tell somebody, I don't like Pela. How you can I like Pela? I don't like it. I watch it and I don't like it. I'm not interested.
No. You could only not like something if you never if you
That
had
is
it.
not okay.
You see, that is your mentality. Real thing, I just tell you want to try that? Nah, I don't want it because I don't like it, but you never eat it.
And that is me, and there are people like me who exist. Like, I don't like cheesecake. I've tasted it, but before I just used to say, blah, 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 blah. I can't think about eating cheese and cake together. So when I would watch that, I would say, oh, Gid, I don't like that.
You didn't like shrimp, and then when I give it to you, you love it.
That is incorrect. I never had shrimp because of my religious convictions. I didn't.
Yeah, you never had it until I gave it to you.
But you just said I never liked shrimp. I'm telling you.
You used to say, nah, I don't want that.
But you're listening with your tonsils or you're listening with your ears. I said I never had shrimp. So I couldn't, when I had it, I realized I liked it. I didn't have it before because of religious convictions. When I tasted it, I'm like, hey, these are vibe.
Okay. Eagle says, let me pull it up. Okay, see what's going on here. All right, she says about weight now. She cheated on her husband and was exposed to all sex. Okay, then when
she come home
when
to
she come
demand,
home to right.
demand to perform, then when she come home, she basically demand to perform it on her. Nah, man, she need to repent, confess to her husband, and see where the relationship goes from there. That's kind of where I am.
Right. I know all you're saying that, but there's a part that she left out where she said, I'm not going to get into how I felt about it
I
and
said
all of
that
that.
just now.
Right. So ladies, she just left out the part where she said, hey, I confess my sins, I repent or whatever. I know she's moving on in her marriage, but she want to know,
how does she now
how
go?
do I now go to my husband and express, you want to do oral sex?
That's so weird, bro. Like if you come to me with that,
you want to try oral sex? After 2 years, she want to know how he coming to do that.
Well, he would have his questions like, where's this coming from?
No, I would have to give some ungodly counsel here.
JD,
but it's the only way.
Let me just make sure that you know that I'm sitting right here.
No, but you want the real answer? What time it is? 9. I will let you know when my
Why would you give ungodly counsel?
Well, not ungodly counsel.
But that's what you said. So
Let me take it back. Okay. Let me take it back. I apologize.
Say what you mean.
I have to give some unorthodox counsel. Some counsel that you may not find necessarily floating around in the church. But it's not illegal to the body of Christ. But it's real. You understand?
Well, I don't know what you're going to say. Why you only getting up every minute? So you think we watching a movie, but you think we watching The Passion of Christ and you just getting up to go and get something? We have people here we talking to. Oshania says, it's amazing to experience all your fantasies firsthand with your partner, no outside influence. Ocean Girl, that song like The Notebook. That song like a movie. Ideally,
what she say?
So you in here and what I saying?
No, what she say?
Watch the amount of sweets. Remember, you don't want to start to suffer with sugar.
I don't really eat it up like that too.
I just telling you.
Eat it up full.
You could use your foot and thing, Watch that sugar. I go throw away all them things. Because you hopping is not a very attractive thing.
You're lucky and go for your coffee hagging that.
I was going to say, Ocean.
You roll it again?
Yes, JD. I will take it when I'm ready for it. So here it is, right? Based on what Ocean's saying. I did say that before. Ocean, in an ideal world, yes, you would want that experience. And even in that, the learning curve could be very frustrating. Don't do it this way, do it this way. It could be funny, it could be tough, right? The real world don't really work like that. So unfortunate, as I said before, you have people coming into relationships with expectations.
How we break your heart, Quesadilla?
Quesadilla? JD and Lisa, you broke my heart. What
we do?
Lisa? JD, that paper thing, you know. All right. Valerie says, I agree, but I was just answering the question of how she going to him. It's big people. You want something, just ask for it.
Boy, but Valerie, I think you might want to know
Yeah. Where
how
this
all of
coming
a sudden
from?
where you coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And then you're going to have to lie because you can't really tell him. And that's what I was saying. So lying perpetuates more lying. So to me, it needed to start with, which JD said she left out. She probably dealt with that on her own, probably because we don't have that information. So you confess to the God of the universe and you're good with that. But your husband will have some question. She says, you're doing a giveaway when I forget my phone in church.
We have one more giveaway to
giveaway.
do before we leave.
Sadie said, JD, stop listening with your tonsils. Somebody says, Eagle, Lovey, have the conversation. It is necessary to be as honest as possible right now. I love that. I just feel like living a fake life because it go come around, you know. You leave that kind of information up to the universe and Mickey, who you cheat with. You're in problems. You might get 2 good years because he ain't say nothing. If you're guilty and ride your chest like a heavy bake. You can't do that. You had to come clean and to risk it all so you could move on. You're keeping things inside this guy is sick too. That next thing. Are you here? Because like you eating and you can't think because you're eating.
I have a question, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh. JD, it's a good thing I just wipe down the table because you know you don't wipe it. You're eating the thing from off of the table.
This is just my question.
Mm.
Where in the Bible says that if you make a mistake, you go to your spouse and say, hey, this is what I do.
The Bible says
confess
if you confess your flaws one to
that's,
another.
I know that would have been my next follow-up. No.
Let me see what Google
The
says.
one to another doesn't necessarily mean it have to be
So you go tell somebody else and hope that they don't put it in a sermon or hope that they don't put it out there. Don't do that. Just do it for yourself. We have enough experience out here to learn that you can't really trust a pastor. Sometimes you can't trust a counselor, and sometimes you can't trust who you think you're confessing your flaws
I'm speaking about the narrative of having, you know.
Having what?
To go to your spouse to say this.
JD,
what about just going to the Lord and saying, hey, watch man, this is between me and God, and not that you plan to do it again, you know. Does the Lord really say, okay, yeah, you tell me, no, go and tell your husband?
So I pulled up something here, right? Should a Christian confess unfaithfulness to a spouse? The answers. Whether a Christian should confess unfaithfulness to a spouse is a deeply personal and spiritual decision. I like that.
Well, this where the question was coming from, you know. This where the question was coming from.
Relax now. But here are a few key principles rooted in biblical and practical wisdom. Christianity teaches the importance of truth, repentance, and making things right. James 5:16, confess your sins one to another and pray for one another that you may be healed.
It don't have to be the spouse.
Genuine repentance involves not only confessing to God, but also acknowledging wrongs to those who we have hurt. Confession can be the first step towards healing, both personally and relationally. It opens the door for true reconciliation, even if that process is difficult.
But who you hurt if they don't know that the act was done? Who you hurt?
Hear this, the risk of concealment. That's what I was just telling earlier. Don't put your trust in Mickey, you know. Keeping unfaithfulness hidden may seem like it protects your relationship. But secrets can fester and cause long-term emotional and spiritual damage. Proverbs 28 verse 13 says, whoever conceals their sin
When you make your bad body hurt. Hey, you yelling at the top
all right,
shots,
okay.
man.
You don't know when to stop, you know, JD.
I just stop a little more further than you.
This is the risk of concealment. Whoever conceals their sins does not prosper. But the one who confesses and renounces finds mercy. Consider the impact. When a confession is important, it should be handled with wisdom, prayer, and possibly the help of a counselor or a pastor. Timing, tone, and support are key. The goal isn't to unburden guilt at the cost of someone else, but to genuinely seek forgiveness and healing. Before you confess, spend time in prayer and reflection. Ask God for wisdom, courage, and clarity. In short, yes, confession aligns with Christian values of honesty, but it should be done prayerfully, responsibly, and with a heart aimed at healing, not just relief from your guilt. I think that was pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Let's get into Eagle, Minister Sharon Forrest.
She says, Nisa, she had the forbidden fruit outside, and now you want to street this man?
Well, stress. She fixed it in the last line.
Because I took it as something else.
So why you calling it stress? Why calling it stress?
Stress because now you put him in a position to wonder where is this coming from. And because that could send him down it could send him down a road. So
if he was damn doing what you were supposed to do?
Jerry, don't say that. You cannot say that. You can't say that. Because a lot of men out here think that a woman wants you on top of them for 5 hours. When if you ask, all we want is good foreplay, respect, and a good moment. However, no, but then listen to the honest woman. Don't listen to crap. Listen to the honest woman. Your woman is telling you what works for me. Why are you reading a magazine for the magazine to tell you what they think your wife telling you? Listen to your spouse.
Just talk to him and say, honey, I want to ask you about your thoughts on oral sex and sexual position. What are your thoughts? If any, and see what he will say, love. Try to be open and honest. And remember, healthy sexual boundaries is important to both of you.
I like that a lot. Healthy sexual boundaries are important. You have to consider.
What do you mean boundaries?
Your spouse. Boundaries mean, JD, I must respect what my wife or my husband really may not be able to.
You women just have amnesia when it comes to a particular scripture about your bodies, not your own, you know.
JD, my body not being my own doesn't mean it should be abused.
Forget that.
JD,
nobody
I'm going
talking
to
about no
walk
damn
off.
abuse.
JD, listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know what your body is not your own mean?
Because it applies to both of us, you know.
Yeah.
Correct. It applies to both people in the marriage. But it doesn't mean that because my body belongs to you, that you get to override my human and individual needs and rights at a particular time. If I am genuinely not able to perform, you have to respect that. There's a difference in a woman withholding herself as a punishment from you. If that's what you're dealing with, if you're dealing with somebody withholding them, ain't you nothing, you bring nothing, that we could, you understand? That woman is a incompetent, bad woman. But don't you see your face? your face. You like controversy. My body is not my own. Yes.
Your body's not your own.
But it doesn't mean that if I say no,
you can't say no.
I can't.
Unless
Jerry, stop it, please, because I will really walk off.
Unless you are in your monthlies and then.
What if I'm fasting? What if I'm extremely tired? We have had moments when you reach home and we don't know when we wake up.
Yeah, don't let
I
people
suffer with
know.
migraines. No, but they know nothing that then paid my rent. You
Don't let
understand?
people know, Oh.
And you just like them to know everything? We have moments when we reach home, we don't know when we wake up. So people can be tired. People can be stressed. People can be perimenopausal and menopausal. Men could have issues with erectile dysfunction. People have an individual right in a marriage. Withholding yourself as a child, that is what I believe needs to be addressed. But you can't just say that your body is not your own. I'm not an inanimate object. I'm a human being in a marriage. I love your silence.
I hear you. I'm feeling you.
Yeah.
I'm feeling you.
Don't say things without, that ain't making sense. Hi, Monica.
We need to do a quick break. We'll be back right after this.
Bespoke Productions TT and Clinical Media Group presents Aurora.
Aurora is like a dream come true. I was sitting here wondering when I could connect like this with you guys again. Aurora is a new day for you, a new day for us, and a brand new day for me. Don't give up on me. Last time we was down in South and we had a ball. San Fernando only real show up, but now only say we need to come in town. Well, we in town. Don't cross the line. Don't cross the line. I given all a little bit of everything. Some reggae, some soca, some soul. It's your girl Nisa. Make sure, get your tickets, come on down, meet me and some of my friends.
Aurora. Nisa in concert with live band. May 24th, 2025 at Central Bank Auditorium, Port of Spain. Doors open 5 p.m. Showtime 6 p.m. Tickets $250. Special guest artists Sapphire, Shanzi, GSG, Rhonda Joseph, Rolly R, Tinique Beckles, Darren Sandy, Blessed Messenger, Terry Lyons, and JD. Aurora's DJ JL. Tickets available at all Little Caesars outlets, King's Lounge Barbershop, O'Mara Plaza Arima, and Movie Town, Port of Spain. Europe Enterprises, Point Fortin.
You could push me, I could fail.
Aurora.
I out here selling tickets like crazy. One woman rushed up to me and asked me for tickets. I said, I don't have none. She tried to take my bag to see if it had tickets in it.
Huh? Take who bag? They better go inside the ticket outlets and get their own tickets before they're done. Aurora is just now.
Aurora. Tickets available at all Little Caesars outlets, King's Lounge, Mara Plaza Arima, and Movie Town, Port of Spain. Europe Enterprises, Point Fortin. Aurora. Nisa in concert with live band.
Jesus Christ, so come drink and rejoice again.
You know this man reach me. Whole day, he gone. He gone. Not even a text to say he reach, nothing. Nothing whole day. And I just here waiting. If he come home here with he hand swinging without anything for my birthday, that is it, you know. That is it. Hold on, eh? I think he coming. Hold on. Yeah? He hand swinging. I'll call him back. Hi, babe. I can't believe you. How old are you going? And you come home here with your hand swinging.
But I literally spend the whole day learning how to play the sax. To play a song for you. Aww.
Alright, stop! No, that was nice and all. But I just thought you might have done something a little more thoughtful.
Well, I mean, the song was just a lead up because I know you love Nisa, so I actually brought 2 tickets.
Oh my god! My gosh, babe, Aurora tickets! Yes! You know I wanted to go. Thank you so much.
Aurora. Tickets available at all Little Caesars outlets, Queens Lounge, Mara Plaza Arena, and Movie Town, Port of Spain. D-Robe Enterprises, Point Fortin. Aurora. NASA in concert with live band.
Gil,
he
hands swinging. Big up Tony and Jade.
Every single time. So that's a little series we have called Don't Play Yourself. Stay tuned for the rest of the week to see how it goes.
Yeah, so Hayden made a point there. Hayden says, I want to know if she does it to him as well, or they don't do it at all. I don't think they do it at all, Hayden. And then he said something else. He said the advice he given is she should do it to him. What do you think, boy? Let me see if I find. He says, I say she should do it to him and then tell him it's her turn. So I saying he will still have questions. He will want to know, well, what going on here? Who you like?
Yes.
Where's my wife?
Yes. So Valerie says, yes,
Hey,
I love
Valerie.
that. Healthy, yes, I love that. Healthy sexual boundaries, respecting each other's like and dislikes. JD, not because my husband body belongs to me, I could enjoy something that brings him pain or discomfort.
There we go.
And expect him to agree to having it done because he bodily belongs to me.
That's it there. I must be mindful that love is key.
All right, but I'm not talking about
No, JD, when you spoke, you were
discomfort
very
or
vile.
pain.
Pain means, you see, you are looking at the word pain very surface. Pain means, how could, and I always ask you this, if you know something genuinely interrupts the peace of the person that you are with, why would you do it? They're not feeling good in that moment. No. There comes a time when you have to learn how to have healthy compromise.
Let me tell you something.
But
let me tell you something.
you're going to breed resentment in your marriage bed or in any other. You're listening to what I'm saying.
I hear you, but go ahead now.
If I know you genuinely don't like something, right? Like today we had a conversation, and I'm glad we had the conversation, even though you told me why you thought it could work.
Right.
And I understand, and to a degree, I feel like I respect what you're saying, but then I also have to put my feelings into play and everything else surrounding how I feel. And I had to tell you, no, I don't agree. And you said, well, I just really thought it was a good idea. We didn't fight. That is the same mindset that should go into when you're having conversations where we have differing views, whether it's in the bedroom, whether it's in the classroom, whether it's on the road or whatever. So if you know something genuinely does not please your partner, why would you put them through it?
I'm not talking about...
You are talking about pain. You're thinking that pain is that pain, right? It's not only physical. You don't just have to slap somebody for them to feel pain.
Right. I'm not speaking about, obviously, if somebody is uncomfortable or there's pain or there's some sort of abuse, correct. But what I'm saying is there are a lot of women in the church that is coming into marriage and they've been raised and taught that all sex is wrong this is wrong. I don't like to bend over. There's let me finish. There are some churches and teaching that says you're not supposed to do different position. You're not supposed to bend over and that name doggy style and all kind of manner things. And then it's just messing up the bedroom. Hold on, Eagle says, JD's vlog, stop it. Sexual abuse is real, bro. We must be able to say to each other what is hurting or what we dislike in the bedroom. We communicate because we want our parents to have a safe partners, to have a son, and nearly go about parents. My bad. A safe space and to build trust and confidence around sexuality. Right. So what I'm saying is, I'm not speaking about pain, discomfort. Okay, check this out. Bam. Has some men, the interanal sex. Them like that with women, right?
Communicate that before you get into a serious situation.
But this is what I'm telling you.
That's why I said in the beginning of this.
I said in the beginning of the podcast, there's a lot of people that don't have those conversations, and then when they jump into it.
Correct. Miseducation. But because you also said a lot of strange things to the top of the podcast. Because you can be educated in the wrong way. You could be educated by people watching porn and you're thinking that is a healthy communication of love and desire. And you bring that weird, formidable experience in your
Well,
head
I
about
think-
that being healthy.
Well, I think that if the word porn speaks,
You know what I'm talking about.
yeah, I think that the church should have some sort of a sexual education with visuals because it has some people out there don't know nothing, you know.
I am agreeing with that, but you cannot say that and class it with porn because you know what that is. Let's get that together. You know what that is.
No,
that
I'm
is
not-
not
I'm not
melt that.
advocating for porn.
Very good.
I'm
So
not.
there needs to be sex education, yes, but I will never just wait on a church to do that for me. I keep telling people the church is supposed to be a hospital,
Watch, man.
but it's not that. It's
Yeah.
not that, and it's
But
not
you see,
many other
all
things.
right, but you see, men and women outside the churches learn sexual education on the streets, you know.
And what I'm saying is that doesn't make
And-
it right. Sometimes it doesn't benefit you because
but it's more education that again in the damn church. So when they reach in the church,
that point is falling to the ground for me. That's like somebody saying, "Well, I grew up seeing my father suiting everybody, so what? So you just."
It had a time when in my first
Come on.
church, in my first church,
Mm.
we had a cell group. You all used to have cell groups?
Yes, JD.
Right. We had a cell group and the young married couple was saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Out of the absence, well, it was a confidential thing. Right? I just end up hearing about it, all right? So I hear about it. They didn't tell me. Anyway, so they were saying, yo, somebody need to teach this dude or these men how to do this oral sex because this man is biting my thing off. And she don't know how to tell he, right? Your teeth out of control and when you feel it is like a sandwich. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is this, right? Who now is going to be responsible to teach people that in the church?
Again.
Because in the streets, it's different.
Even
By the time you get
Right,
married,
great.
you is done a professional.
Professional at what? You bring your professional, uneducated behavior into something that is supposed to be different. You're going to be told this doesn't work.
Thank you
understand?
so much for
You
that
could have-
quesadilla.
You
Yeah.
can have a certificate in being whatever, but the teacher who taught you all the wrong things. What your certificate means nothing in this place because you are miseducated. So you cannot wait on the church to create the life that you want. So who's responsible? At some point in time, you have to become responsible for yourself. At some point in time, you have to know when to bite the bullet, when to make the hard decisions, when to have those hard conversations. So I know now at 44 years old that I can speak up, even if it feels uncomfortable. You know, I would say, babe, I need to talk to you.
Yeah.
But not everybody there. Not everybody is there. Of course, you needed to bring up that comment.
I couldn't see good because I see Joanne see hidden behave yourself going in the corner. So
Right, and you wanted to, right, so good.
well, I mean,
Now what?
it was just a comic relief. It was funny.
You listening to anything I say?
I heard
no?
everything he said.
Yeah, if I grew up screaming behind people and that becomes my norm and I get married, I'm going to scream at you. And if you don't like it, you have to be brave enough to tell me, hey, I love you, but this you're screaming at me and it doesn't work. So now you have to create the culture that works for you.
We have 5 minutes. We promised and
Ticket giveaway?
asked, that we leave at 9:30. So it's almost
Let's give the ticket
5
giveaway.
minutes. We have a ticket giveaway. If you don't want, listen, it's serious. I will no problem if you don't want the ticket. I'm going to take it and give it to plenty people who have been asking. Call now.
Call now.
Easy.
Fry Bacon Line.
Call right now. 724-4249. Where again? The 624 from where? Or radio. 624-4249. 724-4249. Let me find the number for you. So we're not going to labor on it. There you go. All right.
Call now. Fry Bacon Line.
724-4249. Call and you can get a ticket to go to Aurora. Yeah, this is what we're talking about right here. Bam. This
Come on,
Saturday.
Quesadilla, where are you?
This Saturday.
I am
Okay, cool.
hoping that is Quesadilla. Come
Yeah,
on.
let's see.
Come on.
Good night, Fried Bacon Line.
Good night.
Is this Quesadilla?
Yes.
Hey, Quesadilla call. I hope you get through.
I just feel like giving it to her. You know why? You read any comments?
Yeah.
Current went or some kind of thing.
Right.
Right?
did.
When we asked for the call.
Right.
Current gone. Then she say, I borrowed my brother phone to call.
Wow.
She don't need no question.
All right. So Quesadilla, Nisa just gonna give you the tickets.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Yeah, she just gonna bless you up with this ticket. This is the number. Let me see. Your number end with 96.
This is my brother number. I don't even know.
So,
Okay, so we.
what we doing? Message your brother?
Yes,
What's his name?
Anderson.
And here?
Anderson.
Anderson.
Anderson. All right.
Yeah.
That is the number that end with 96, right?
Yeah. Anderson. All right.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Congratulations. We can
Thank
watch
you so
me.
much.
Stick around. Make sure and come and do the meet and greet with Nisa after, you know.
Okay, I'll see.
Awesome. Quesadilla. So we'll WhatsApp you and let you know where to get the tickets.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. What part of Trinidad are you from?
I'm from Quaidong in Vancouver.
Which part?
Banff River.
Quaidong in Vancouver, near Point.
Well, we was there today, man.
Right before.
Yeah.
Okay,
vibes. Make sure
okay.
you come, eh?
Yes, I will.
Very good.
All right, cool. Thank you, Quesadilla.
And congrats.
Congrats.
Yeah, she don't need no question.
And that ticket is sponsored by Little Caesars. Thank you so much, Little Caesars, for sponsoring Aurora tickets giveaway and so much more. Bang.
Bang, bang,
Bang.
bang.
All right, so Nisa, we are going to wrap up
Yeah.
early this evening, guys.
On time, it's not early.
On time, yeah.
It's on time. It's on
Podcast
time.
finish 9:30, but you know sometimes we just go till 10. But
And let me just say, what I always discover when I come on this podcast is you all make it easy. All you're nice. Our fry bakes are nice people.
Nisa, what is your personal favorite song from yourself of all time?
Of all time.
Your song.
A song called Reflections.
It on YouTube?
I don't think so.
Reflections,
It's an old song.
You ever recorded?
Yeah. I don't like the recording. I don't like half of my recordings. But God is
see.
good. I don't think you would. I don't know. But
Let me see.
Oh, there it is.
DJ Mickey TV. Look at me, what do you see?
Don't play that now. I'm feeling weird.
I never hear this. Oh, this is your jazz vibes.
No, it's not jazz.
Neo soul. Let me listen. Well, you know they wouldn't flag this because it's not on your album.
What do you see when you look in the mirror? If you're anything like me, you wish you'd see a better picture, a better smile, maybe pretty eyes, maybe a different you entirely, better heart, maybe smarter mind, maybe the many things you'd want to see in your reflection. But I need to see you. Oh Lord, let me see you. My eyes blind me to who you are. We all need to see you. The glory within you. Adonai, Abba, Father, you are my reflection.
Ooh, you can stop. You can stop.
All right.
What do you see?
You can stop. You can stop. Let me talk about that.
You look at
Oh my God!
I've never heard this song before. And it's
How? What is the time stamp
10
on that?
years
10
ago.
years ago. I suffered with real bad self-esteem. Real bad. That's why, it says, what do you see when you look in the mirror? If you're anything like me, you'd wish you'd see a better picture. A better smile, maybe. Pretty eyes, maybe. A different you entirely. Smarter, bigger heart, maybe. Smarter mind, maybe. The many things you'd want to see in your reflection. So, I remember when somebody made fun of my teeth. And they was telling JD, that lady with why don't take she to a dentist?
Yeah, they did,
Yeah. As if. So I was always conscious of the fact that I never thought I fit the standard of beauty. I wanted my sister's and my mother's complexion. I wanted to be dark like them. I wanted to be smart like somebody else because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a this, I'm not a that. I'm just a singer. So when I used to look at me, I'm just like, what is this? Like, what are you? Like, who are you? And the song basically begs us to, for those of us who believe that we are really fearfully and wonderfully made, that God didn't make any mistakes. He made you how he wanted you. No, I'm not saying that you can't enhance and make sure that you're comfortable at some point. But I didn't like myself at all.
And, it's confusing to me because I think you're absolutely beautiful. You possess a shape that women sometimes, they say you take your bottom big, this,
okay,
that.
So,
and,
all right, JD, that is the most, no disrespect, but that is the most shallow depiction.
No, because
you see, and this is the thing.
Because, women look at themselves and they find...
Right, so 10 years ago...
I don't have this, I don't have that, so they go and do surgery to try to make this up. And then you don't have to do any of that. So
that's okay, so that's incorrect. So 10 years ago, I would have been 34. I'm 44 now, right? So 10 years ago, I would have been 34. I would have gone through a divorce. So when you're going through things, when people say, I don't want you no more, you go through this, am I good enough? Like, am I pretty enough? Am I smart enough? Am I enough? You're kind of competing with everything and everybody. And I had to learn the hard way that every time I look in the mirror, I had to grow to love myself. One of the things I did to love the authentic me was I cut off all the relaxer and everything. And that's why I started to grow my dreads as my first experiment to see if I could love the authentic me. So you take off everything. I don't want the relaxer, I don't want the braids, I don't want nothing, just me. So growing that hair out of my head, that ras, I had them dreads for like 12 years. And it showed that, hey, I love me, but I also love dressing up and having fun. And it's weird that people still would try to put their insecurities on you. So when I started to do the Afro, because I became very Afrocentric and loving that part of myself, so people started to say, so she hiding behind the glasses? Nah, mind your business. Like, I like glasses and I also wear glasses. And I also am embracing my natural self. So it had nothing to do with, that was just you projecting your insecurities about my confidence, about myself onto me. And again, where I'm in this phase, a lot of people would say, why are you wearing all them wigs and have such nice hair? I'm like, bruv, like, I love myself, but the wigs are just, it's convenience at this point and a lot of other things. So that song was just very deep. It took a while to write, but it's such a powerful song. I feel like I should
that's Reflections. Yeah, so
that's crazy.
That's 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
What you was going through as we're getting ready for Aurora? What you was going through when you wrote this one?
Oh, God. I mean, slow song, boy.
What you was going through for this?
I remember when...
All right, press pause or lower it down. So the testimony of Make Me Over, I got sick. And now I have the whole testimony wrapped up, right? So someone would have told me something and it made me lash out against the entire church community. I started to feel like no matter what I do, people are still talking about me. I was told that the radio stations are not playing my music. And I was like, why? Like, what did I do? Like, and I was really angry and I got sick. And it was the start of a very long battle. That's why I recognize that stress also makes you sick. It affects your body and you don't want that. It was also revealed that I was experiencing some very real physical attacks. And no matter where I went, I would go to churches and JD would tell me, you're going all over the place and you're hopping all over the place for people to heal you. And when the truth is, God is the only one who could heal me. And I said, okay, in order for me to connect to God again, I had to let go of everything I thought I knew. So all the Adventist teachings, all the Pentecostal teachings, all the full gospel teachings, whatever I thought I knew, I said, God, I'm starting over. I just want it to be me and you. I don't want no drama. I don't want nobody interpretation of you. I want you to meet me where I am. So let's start all the way over. And that's how Make Me Over came. And to this date, it's kind of what people actually love that song a whole lot, from people wanting it in weddings and
Weddings
other
and a
things.
whole lot.
Yeah.
The first time I ever heard you on radio would have been this song.
What?
This is the first.
That play on radio?
Yeah. First time I ever heard you on radio outside of doing backgrounds was this. Yeah, this used to play a lot on radio.
Woke up this morning, felt like my life was over. What do you do when you feel like breathing hurts? Yeah, you breathe.
They mix this with the piano loud, boy, I know.
The sun is out, though it rains, it won't last for long. Just the trip of your shoulder.
So this is This Little Light of Mine, the nursery rhyme, and you just jazz it up. That what you did?
Well,
this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine for Jesus. This little light of mine.
That you wrote that. Let me see. That's 10
Not-
years ago as well. 10
Quesadilla
years.
says, I remember hearing the song on the radio when I was younger. What? How old are you?
She was
How
younger.
old are you?
Yeah, she's young. She's a young one.
Again, I started writing my own music a long time ago because I had so many things to say. Now I went through the whole, you're a singer and your family know you to sing, so they can say, come and sing for me in church. She's 20. Vibes, Quesadilla. Yeah. So your daddy would say, come and sing, and you sing Into the Sea. I forget. You sing everything that popular. And I just got tired of that. And it helped me develop my artistry. It helped me develop my brand. I started writing from a long time, and people didn't really understand, especially in a particular denomination. But that's, I didn't want to always sing somebody's testimony, so I started to write my own testimonies.
Yeah. All right. So we're getting ready to wrap up, but someone message and say, Nisa, if they come to concert, you have to do this one.
Mountains are high, but never higher than we. And we can get over it. And the problems could have big, but never bigger than we. And we can get over it. Over it, over it, over it, over it. The Almighty get with truth.
Again, just testimonies right on the line, bro. I think it's good when of course, people know that you write for me.
Yeah.
But when a song comes from me, it's just very me. JD wrote this one. And of course, he knows me. He knows my testimony. He knows what I'm going through. So I think that was a pretty well done song. Again, I always go over some mountain and I say, God, okay, give me a little ease up now. Let me get a little valley walk, But yeah, the music does what it does. And I'm glad people like it. They like reggae. Trinidadians like reggae. But if only you listen, and I really come from a neo-soul, soulful jazz space. Yeah.
Last one. Your thoughts, what made you pick up the pen to write this?
Me, don't give up on me when everyone else had turned me down. You have never turned your back around on me. What did you say? See, when you looked inside beyond my smile and saw the child inside of me. Oh, see just what you see. It took some time, but now I'm fine. And I'm stronger, that's the bottom line. I'm just fine. You let me take my time. And though I can't press rewind, I'm going over and over and over how you love me. I'm just fine. You let me take my time. And though I can't press rewind, going over and over and over how you love me.
Yeah, so
You still feel like you
this song it makes me emotional. I wrote it right here, and I remember I messaged Cassius. I messaged Cassius before I messaged you, JD. Because I don't know why. We would always bounce music off of Cassius. I was going through just feeling the usual feelings. Like, you want what you want for yourself. I want to big up everybody who takes a chance on me and books me for their shows. But the truth is, we live in a space and time where people literally block you. You hear stories in the secular world about, people would say, we ain't coming to the show if this person there. And people literally try to block you from events and stuff like that. And it has been my story. And I started to feel like it didn't matter what kind of song I did. If I did a slow song, if I did a fast song, I would do my little experiments to see if it were like a slow song may allow me to get into a particular church or, stuff like that. And to realize that it doesn't matter if you sing something fast, slow, if you cover up, if there's some people that just they don't see you, they don't see what God has done. They prefer to live in your past, as opposed to in your gracious moments as to where God has you now. And I was feeling shut out. So yeah, that's what the song says, don't give up on me. Because I know God wouldn't give up on me, even though some people have, or they write you off. And yeah, so that song came from that.
We're gonna let you go, but was this true when you wrote this? Was it true?
What?
Were you in
a better place?
Everybody wants to know what's going on with me. Not letting nobody live inside my head rent free. Say loud, I'm living happy and I real life.
Yes, I was actually very happy. I was going through my second divorce.
So you wrote that
And
going through your second divorce.
Trust me, you don't wake up and plan to live a disastrous life. So life happens to you. And I wish people had more grace with each other when you realize nobody wakes up and say, 5 years from now, I want my marriage to end. And 10 years after that, I want to make the biggest mistake for everybody to see. Nobody does that. So life happens to people. And, it was happening for me. And I wrote a book. What had happened was there are people who, every time we talk about it, there are people who go to Amazon and check it out. You can purchase the book still. It's there forever. What had happened was $15.99 on Amazon. You could order it right here from Trinidad and you get your book in 2 weeks. All right. So I wrote the book and the song was paired with the book in terms of the movement. So it was the book and the song together. And I was really, really happy because, I got to experience true happiness. I still am, you are part of that scene.
Praise God.
Bless the Lord.
I'm honored. All right, last comment before we leave. Thank you, Minister Sharon. She says, Nisa, you are a music minister to heart and the gospel industry is the platform God has handpicked you for his purpose. Be encouraged because you are a living testimony. Your own songs will take you out of any place you find yourself. I love you, sis.
Love, and a whole heap of love according to the blessed messenger.
love, and thank you so much for that.
Yeah. That was cool. I didn't know you was going to do all of that.
Yeah, you know, I just planned something, you know. Come on. All right, guys. So we're getting ready to wrap up and head out of here. We promised we tried to finish 9:30. Nisa has to go rest her voice. Keep her in prayer this entire week. We know that the forces of darkness and evil, which exist, the kingdom of darkness, they don't want to see anything from the kingdom of God, the children of God, prosper and let our light shine. So keep us in prayer as we prepare for Aurora, her third concert, her third installment. I speak it into existence. It is going to be excellent. It's going to be great. And it will even be a witness if you all come, all right, and support her. That will be a blessing. Right?
Let me address Anne. She says, will the book be ever available in local bookstores? I've never really thought about it. You know,
we never started with it.
I never thought about it.
You have copies here still, right?
I just have two.
You have two more? So we need to probably get some.
I just have two. That's a good thing. But for now, I usually have my moments where I would order. I would let you guys know that I'm ordering, and then people could get them off of me.
Our producer, one of our producers, Ocean, says, check the live.
Check the shares, and let's get to closing thoughts.
Let me refresh your page.
Last I checked, it was 30.
Okay, so 36 shares, 3,000 views. Thank you so much. We appreciate that, all right? I don't want you talking too much again for your closing thoughts because we over.
All right, now, but I'm going to get my closing thoughts first.
You have 1 minute or less for your closing thoughts.
I can't give it in a minute.
Right,
okay,
short closing thoughts.
Short closing thoughts. I think honesty is the best policy. Now, there was a big part of your testimony that I feel like you left out. You didn't let us know if you spoke to your husband. You went right for the gutter. What do they say, the gutter?
The
gullet. Gullet. And you asked us, how do you go about now asking your husband? I'm going to speak in the context of if you didn't tell him. I feel like if you didn't tell him and, you prayerfully consulted God about that, and that's where you are. I respect that. It's no easy task. What you could probably do is bring up the conversation of, maturely, about your intimacy levels. And you see, this is weird because it feels like I kind of aiding and abetting in you just glossing over him not knowing. There's no way you could walk away from him not feeling like, why are you asking this? And if him asking that means you can't be honest with him, then you have a problem. I think the bigger question is not how do I ask my husband for oral sex, but am I healed? Can I trust myself? If another friend comes to Trinidad and they're passing through, who am I? Am I just going to end up in a situation where I go and have lunch and then end up in this situation? I feel like there's a lot of healing that needs to take place before you consider just fulfilling the, your desires. I want to make sure that you understand the healthy concept of transparency with your spouse. I feel like you might discover that if somebody can't love you at your worst, they won't even know what loving you at your best feels like. So I don't know what else to say. That's just where I feel. I can't talk about oral, and I just don't know if the man knows the truth about where you got that desire from.
All right. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, I tend to want to stick to what you asked because again, you hinted that you're not going into all of the details of how you felt and all of that. So that falls under the umbrella of
We don't know.
We don't know, right?
Yeah, well.
So you didn't get into that. So what we have, the evidence that we have, the facts that we have is that is what happened. You're not getting into how you feel or what happened. Right? Because of how she felt, conviction could make her go to her husband and all of that. I don't know. Right? So, but what you want to know is how are you moving on? Moving on in your life. You choose to stay with your husband. Right? But you're asking me, how am I enjoyed it? And I don't want to enjoy it with this other man. I now want to experience it and have it with my current situation, who's my husband. You want to know how to go to he and tell him. Right? Without me trying to song, as Nisa said, with aiding and abetting, because I'm just dealing with the facts, how to go? Well, just say this.
Quesadilla.
What's she saying?
Nisa's face is gold.
Right? This is what you say. You say, listen. Me and them girls was talking. And they always talking about this oral sex thing and wherever. And I never really paid no mind. Until one day, one of my friends said, girl, you never had that? No, I confide in her. And I want to say, listen, it's not something I go around the place saying whatever, but the way, you know what, it's my girl and that. And she tells me.
So she's just lying. Bruh. Oh my God.
She asked a question and I given her a solution for based on the question she asked. I don't know.
She wouldn't, but...
Listen, so here we say, right? It's saying the way this, my friend explained about this thing, I say, well, this had to be from the Lord. So if it from God, well, it had to be a good thing.
Oh my God. Hurry up now, you're talking slow.
So now, you say to him,
Ocean say, bro, hush.
Ocean, why you in hush?
Oi.
So now you say to him, right? So I was wondering if it's something that, we could probably discuss. And knowing how you displease me in other ways with penetration, I probably could only imagine what you could do with that. So I was just, you think it's something you want to try? Because I sure, watch what you're doing now, eh? Watch what you're saying now. Because I'm sure you could do it better than my friend, man.
Hold on, what? Okay, okay.
You're telling him, I sure you could do it better than my friend, man. So when I go back to talk with them girls and them,
hey,
when I go back to talk to them girls and them, I have a testimony too about how, girl talk now, girl
First of
talk,
all,
girl
I
talk.
would never even talk.
That is it. Let me give myself a round of applause.
Get yourself, because I ain't think nobody going with that. I understand, but it's lying. And
she asks how to move forward.
Well,
right?
Ocean says stop dropping bombs for that. I don't know. I
That is how you
understand,
ask without he wondering what happened
But then he could
and
have-
where it come from and how you was with your girls, because
But
women
then
is always talking and you just
that
want
is
to.
incorrect. Women do. I have never.
Okay, well, I know you're different.
I have never had a conversation with my girlfriends about what's happening in my bedroom, because I understand that words create visuals.
Ah, boy, like Eagle, she
Move
agree
forward.
with me. Like
Where?
an Eagle agreed with me. She bought Jesus, JD, what? She mean not correct.
How, JD, how that can mean you're correct? You're thinking again with your tonsils?
She don't agree?
No, she doesn't agree.
Okay.
You can. You had it, boy. I understand what you're saying, but anytime you find yourself in a situation where it's lie upon lie upon lie you're creating, you wouldn't even start to like yourself, bro. You're going to know is that you're dishonest. You can't live like that.
The woman asks a question. What you want me to say?
Okay.
You want you to, hey, go back to your husband and confess it. She didn't ask that. She asked how, because she think we have the answers. How do you move forward to ask your husband you want oral sex? Say, I was talking to my girls, and you understand the girls and them say, how this thing is the best thing in the world since sliced bread. And then you just end up saying, I'm serious? And I never really studied. I sure my husband could do better than that.
Valerie say, you hear what teacher Percy say about lying? I don't know what Percy say, no.
Teacher Percy say, if you go tell a lie, you that you die.
Right.
Yeah, lie.
Right.
That is lie. Lie. That is lie. Yeah, lie. That is lie. You hear lie? That is lie. I know a fella who used to talk about how he like to go downtown with his mouth.
That a real song?
No,
You
yes.
sickening, yes? You sickening. 'Cause I don't know the song, so I can't sing.
Let me go.
Yeah, let
what
me
we
go.
eating tonight?
You're fed up for the day, Jerry?
That Burger King tea is real good today.
Oh, you want to eat again? Drink some water and go in your bed, lose some weight for next week.
I don't know. Gym instructor today told us just don't eat flour any night. Just don't eat no bread, no flour any night, and you'll be
Who
good.
is that gym instructor you talking to?
What do you mean?
What a gym instructor? Who is that just telling you about what to not eat any night and thing?
A gym instructor lady I met today?
You must, when you meet she today? Because you was with me all day.
No.
Yes.
You was in the car.
You see, and this is why I just tell all you.
What the problem is?
Still not mine.
So you Bob the Builder and me because I just had a conversation with somebody.
Do you
who,
take now? Take the girl advice and lose your weight here.
she to, and she said to tell you too.
She ain't sent no message for me.
Yeah, she asked how Nisa.
Yeah. Then we just say good night for me, please. The show was going good all the time. I need a gym instructor message me, please. Tell me how to lose some weight for next week. Come on.
Thank you for watching another episode of JD's Vlog. My name is JD.
My name is Nisa, who needs
Wait,
a gym
wait.
instructor to message her tonight to let her know how to lose weight for next week.
No, she gave me the antidote.
Why? You actually something?
She ended up saying, hey, JD, and she touched my belly a little bit and say,
Lord, she touched you too.
this belly thing again is not touched like
She
that.
touch it. Touch is touch. Don't touch it. I'm not a pawpaw. You are not a pawpaw. You know people that touch pawpaw to figure out if it's right, but you are not a pawpaw. Don't touch your belly. What are you touching the JD belly for?
That's her job. She's a gym instructor.
I don't, she not hired.
No, she said, JD, I had the remedy for this here, no. And then she said, just see, I said, girl, it's just
Now I have to
bread
worry
every-
about, next thing you dreaming about is touch on your belly. Yeah. Touch is a sacred thing, you know. Unless you covenanted or contracted to touch my husband's stomach. Do not touch it.
So you can't go by a gynecologist?
I just said, unless you are contracted to, right? No stranger. But what trouble is this? Come on, let's go.
Okay, so there we are today. All right, so thank you for watching another episode of JD's Vlog. My name is JD.
Who's a papa? And my name is Nisa, who needs that gym instructor to message her tonight to tell her how to lose weight for next week.
You just watch your Friday Bacon Live.
Shoo!
We are not here next week, Saturday, please God, because obviously
they're not
we
joking,
are
eh?
going, you know we're joking, right? That's how he's playing. Obviously, we head into this. This is the last ad break.
Yes, I.
Nisa in concert, the 24th of Central Bank, 6 p.m. Get your tickets this week before they're done, because at the door, you pay more. And I'll let you know right now, at the door is $300. One time, right? So go get your tickets, $250 right now. Thank you to Little Caesars for sponsoring tickets tonight and sponsoring tickets for the rest of the giveaways. And yeah. Thank you for all the sponsors in the first hour. Let me say this real quick. Outside of the United States of America, this is our PayPal, because you love us and you love the podcast and you want to give to the podcast. This is how you do that. If you are in the United States, this is how you do that. Cash App, $ JD's Vlog. And for those of you all in Trinidad and you do online banking, this is how you support us as well. See you guys week after. Aurora. Thank you, Ocean. Ocean says, share the live quickly before we go. Let me see. Oh, gosh. Quick.
Congrats to Quesadilla and congrats to
Joel.
Joel on winning their tickets. See you all next week.
All right. 39 shares. Let's get it to 50 before tomorrow. Please go on. All right. Guys. Later, guys. Oh, here we go. We go on.
Bespoke Productions TT and Clinical Media Group presents Aurora.
Aurora is like a dream come true. I was sitting here wondering when I could connect like this with you guys again. Aurora is a new day for you, a new day for us, and a brand new day for me. Don't give up on me. Last time we was down in South and we had a ball. San Fernando Wale show up, but now Wale say we need to come in town. Well, we in town. Over the line, don't cross the line. Over the line, don't cross the line. I given Wale a little bit of everything. Some reggae, some soca, some soul. It's your girl Nisa. Make sure, get your tickets, come on down, meet me and some of my friends.
Aurora. Nisa in concert with live band. May 24th, 2025 at Central Bank Auditorium, Port of Spain. Doors open 5 p.m. Showtime 6 p.m. Tickets $250. Special guest artists Sapphire, Shanzi, GSG, Rhonda Joseph, Rolly R, Tinique Beckles, Darren Sandy, Blessed Messenger, Terry Lyons, and JD. Aurora's DJ JL. Tickets available at all Little Caesars outlets, King's Lounge Barbershop, O'Mara Plaza Arima, and Movie Town, Port of Spain. Europe Enterprises, Point Fortin.
You could push me, I could fail.
Aurora.